Oh, because Dream is rough. Hey, what up, Facebook? What happening? What happening? We back.
I'm not. I'm the nicest.
Nah, don't believe that.
Look when I say nice.
Dream
That
crazy.
man, I am. I may be an angel on earth.
You not an angel on earth. You not an angel
Lucifer
on
was an
earth.
angel too.
Lucifer was an angel.
Oh shit. Mr. Morningstar. My guy.
I'm gonna tag you after the fact because I don't think you're on my friend list right now. But I'm gonna tag you after the fact. But will. I suck at social media. So what most people don't notice that, hey, Facebook, I know y'all notice. Because our page would be so much better if I was just a little bit more active on social media. But it just ain't something I do. I hate talking to like random people. I don't care about your opinion. I don't care about none of that. It's just how it is. Like I be in my own lane. I'll see outside world about 2 days a week. It's just how I feel about it. Anyway, y'all ready to get this thing started? Let's roll. Hey, before I get started, bro, Autumn Night is watching with us. I just wanted to put that out there for everybody to know who Autumn Night is. That's probably somebody's moniker that they changed. Autumn Night watching. You know who Autumn Night is?
Nope.
You don't watch P Valley?
Nope.
Ah, that's crazy. Hey, it's your boy Country coming live from the South. Got something to say. Episode 112. Let's get it.
What's happening? It's your boy DJ Big Dream, the Dirty 30 representative. We up in this thing, good.
Yo, it's the heavily orchestrated, never duplicated lyrical symphony known as the Eternal One Eternity.
It's your girl K Marie up in this piece. Y'all got so much to say already.
Yeah, already.
But you ain't hit the next time.
You done?
What?
No, I'm just saying, are you done?
I mean, I can be done.
But are you done?
But are you? Are you done?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Holding it down for the South.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's go.
Oh.
All right. So,
All right.
I mean, if you wasn't done, if you speak again, we'll
finish before we hit that point.
We'll-
See, y'all was really anticipating. Everybody was holding their breath. I knew it was about to be.
If you talk
something
again, we'll feed you to our
extraordinary.
children.
Huh?
If you talk again, we'll feed you to our children.
Okay.
Ha ha ha. We're vegetarians. So it's some geeky shit going on too.
Okay.
Which you didn't know. That was a Marvel reference.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
that was a Marvel reference. So,
All right.
man, it's the South Got Something to Say, episode 112, man. We back here again. We got a very special guest in the building. So, I legit met her. I've heard about her along my way in this podcasting game.
Right.
Heard about her several times, right? And then I met her 2 weeks ago when I special guest on the 2020 podcast.
LLC.
Please say the LLC.
You got to say the LLC first.
Oh, LS Podcast,
The
2020
2020
Podcast,
Podcast,
LLC.
LLC.
Please say the
There you go.
LLC. Yeah,
You
shout
in
out to my
there.
boy,
You in
Sir,
there.
for
Yes,
having me on
sir.
his show.
Yeah.
And I met her. And, like, we got in somewhat of a sparring session. And, like, me, y'all know me from watching us and what we do. I'm, like, I talk too much, but I don't talk enough. That part. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I be trying to keep it chill. I got over there with them, and I talked way too much.
I agree.
You had a
Way
lot to
too
say.
much.
I had a lot to
Tear
say.
your ass up.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I seen it.
She told me up, bro.
Yeah.
I
I'm
ain't
gonna tell you how I feel. I feel like gang. They brought the safe niggas.
I mean, I am the safer
Oh,
of the
is
two
this
of
why
us.
you came prepared for me? Like you came and your gun was like sitting over there loaded, and I was like, man, I'm just K. Why?
That's for him.
Why so hostile
Nah, the gun,
already, young
the
man?
gun is for me. The gun is for me.
Oh,
Oh, and this is like, and then
Okay,
with
that's
that being
cool.
understood, this is like my dog. Like, but he still gotta have that tool ready for me because his gunslinging around
I
here.
don't shoot
okay.
women, I pistol
Why you
them.
didn't tell me? I could have bought my 22.
Yeah, that wasn't gonna be enough.
Pew, pew.
That wasn't gonna be enough.
If
Nah.
you know what it hit, it don't matter.
And that's a true fact. That is a true statement. You heard me? That's a true statement. You hear me?
Sound like she plotting over. I don't like it.
I ain't got
Like-
a plot. I just got to stay ahead.
Respectful. So you know what I'm saying? Like I sparred with her.
Does. Does.
Yeah, he does that. Yeah, he does that.
That mean he in his element?
So
He in his element? I just like to know what to be prepared for.
No, you can't prepare.
So
for,
here's the thing. We still trying to
cool.
figure out why the person that blends in with the couch chooses to wear darker colors on top of that.
yeah, we're 112 episodes in. We still ain't figured it out.
Incognito.
It is only your undertones that is making you stand out from the couch, and that's
Yeah.
wild.
That's an amazing
That's
scenario.
very
huh?
interesting.
So, we had a sparring session, right? It was a light sparring session, and I kind of was like, huh? I'm going to get this work.
I said it was light work, but go ahead.
It was light work for me? Oh, you had me easy? I'm just asking questions. I want to know how you feel.
No.
Like,
I don't feel like we were sparring. I just feel like we were hearing each other's point of view.
but that's called mentally sparring, right? That's mentally
Okay.
sparring. Like, you
In
taught
a
me
sense.
something that night, and I may or may
Okay.
not have taught you anything. You know what I'm saying? And not necessarily every time it's going to be that way. Sometimes it's going to be one-sided. You may have had the one side of that night, and that's okay. But you had enough influence on my life that I knew I had to have you on my show immediately because you're such an interesting person. And with that being said, I want you to introduce yourself, and I want you to tell us a little bit more about you and where they can hear you at.
Okay, then. Once again, your girl K Marie. Of course, I'm a part of the 2020 Podcast LLC.
Please say the LLC.
Is with, I guess, a spotlight by way of Not Your Typical Tuesdays and the Adventures of K and Day. I am also the owner, photographer of K Marie Photography. I also spit hot fire. Ain't no die line though, but I definitely do poetry, spoken word. I dabble a little on some lyrics as of late, which I actually started with, but there was something about me and beats that was not commingling, so I had to sit that down. I had too much to say between the amount of time they gave me because I'm also, I grew up reading music or whatever.
16 ain't enough.
It just wasn't
Only
enough in the
that,
measures for me. So I had way too much to say. So I kind of let myself out with the spoken word, and then I came back around to it, and
I feel that.
so that I could sit into it a little more with more knowledge in that area. But I definitely respect the craft, and shout out to the Blackout. The Blackout is coming.
The Blackout
shout
is
out
coming.
To Merciless Minds. No labels, just brands. So
10 years, man. Like,
yeah,
it's
that's
just crazy to think
How do
about.
you feel?
It's still surreal.
Yeah.
It's still surreal just to think about that. Like, we were sitting up talking. Cause so the show is the 16th,
16th.
but
16.
but
16th.
July the 4th is the actual founding day.
His cue.
Okay,
It's the
then. Happy
actual founding day.
birthday.
So that's what.
The 4th is your
Yeah.
founding day?
Yeah.
Such an odd day to pick.
Well, I mean,
It's
for the
just
simple
how it
fact that I don't really celebrate the 4th, and
That gives you something authentic to celebrate.
right, you know what I mean. And then it means even more because the 4th was the last holiday I got to celebrate with my dad. So you
That
know what I'm
makes a
saying.
lot of
So
sense.
all of that kind of being tied around into that, and him being around when I started Merciless Minds, because I started Merciless Minds 6 months after my mom passed. You know what I'm saying? So like, just to see the growth and the things that we've been able to do over 10 years, it may not seem like a lot to some, but I had done like just features and stuff like that people had to remind me of, and it was wild just to think about everything
Can I
that
ask
came
you something
to.
about that?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, like, Merciless Mind, that name, that is a phenomenal name, bro. One of the hardest things to do when you're creating something is come up with a name.
Mm-hmm.
Did you come up with Merciless Mind?
Yeah.
So tell me about that journey, bro, because, like, the South Got Something to Say was a staple in my life, right, as a kid. And that's why the South Got Something to Say was born.
Right.
Right? Because, like, bro, they call us Bama niggas. I mean, you know that. You go around the world, but they love our voice. They love the way we sound. I sound normal to you. But when we go up north or to west or wherever we go, we sound, oh, them niggas Bama
But I
for
always
real.
sound different.
You do. But for the most part, it's a different tone, right? Like, a accent, we don't have an accent.
To
at
each
home.
other, right.
But when we go somewhere else, we have an accent. So, like, Merciless Mind, I know coming up with a name, like, the South Got Something to Say was so hard to come up with. I knew what I wanted to call it, but it called it that without getting copyright trouble and
Right.
Trouble with other things and being able to be searchable, right? So we changed our name. Our name is The South Got Something to Say as a whole, but we go by The South, and you can find us by The South.
Right.
Shout out to the South.
Shout out to The South. So that to have that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it took me years.
Why is this man watching me?
It took, because, no, I'm not watching you. I'm going to attend. Oh, him. Oh, my bad. My bad. I'm going to attend the person. So, like,
a whole nother planet, man.
so crazy thing is, so don't be warned that I'm gonna look at you in your eyes. 'Cause I'm attending a person. I had a stuttering problem growing up. A lot of people don't know that I took speech till I was in 8th grade.
My brother had a stuttering problem.
So I don't stutter
Speech
now
impediment.
unless I get like ahead of myself. For the most part, I don't stutter. So I'm gonna look at you in your eyes because this is a learning cue. It was taught in speech, so I'm gonna do that. But back to the topic at hand, eternity. How did Merciless Mind become Merciless Minds? Like, how did you come up? Because I know that was hard. I know you didn't just pull it out your back pocket. Like, I know you tried a few things before that because Merciless Minds is perfect.
So it kind of was easy.
Really?
It was, but
Really?
So here's the thing. Before I was Eternity, I started rapping when I was like 13.
Right.
No Limit was hot. No Limit was the
Bless you.
shit.
COVID.
Like, No Limit was like on top. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it was just a couple of cats, man. We got together. We would get together and we'd be rapping No Limit songs and shit. So talent show came up. A couple of us decided we wanted to write something original. And we had a drummer that played, you know, for the beat maker. So we wrote this song. We called ourselves the Southside Soldiers.
Okay.
$3. 13 years old. Like I said, my mom hand drew all our t-shirts
Everybody was Southside.
that we wore. Yeah, that's what we wore. So if y'all ever hear me say DS3 or $3, that's what that come from, because it was $3 in the name. That's what made it different. And the dollar sign has always been prevalent, so that's why y'all still see it. But everybody had soldier names, so my name was Mercenary. And then after my grandfather died, Eternity's literal definition is time after death. So I adopted the name Eternity. Mercenary had an I on the end, but it had a dollar sign as the S. So I took the I off. That's where I get the I from. So that's why it's Eternity with an I. So I kept that, and I used to just call myself Mr. Mercenary, as like a kind of Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde type thing.
Right.
And the label that I was on was Warrior Child Records, which was a brainchild of mine. Got older, stuff started going. I literally had a contract, but once that contract time ran out, I ran one little EP that was just solo, and I just called it. I called it Merciless Minds. Me and my partner NY, we called ourselves the Masterminds. NYNDZ. The mercy comes from mercenary. So the MER dollar sign kept the I there. And it was just like, well, if I'm not a mercenary anymore, I'm just merciless. So I just fused that mercenary, merciless.
You said it was simple, but
Minds.
it wasn't as simple as you tried to.
It was simple. Okay, so it
It's
was
simple
for
to
me.
you because that's your thought
Right.
process. But like that name,
Yeah.
Now, with that being said, if you don't appreciate the name, first off, you better appreciate the name because like I dare anybody that listens to us on a regular basis to come up with the name of any business and tell me how easy that comes to them. Right. It does not come easy. But like your thought process gave you all that and you birthed Merciless Minds. Yeah. Which is like where my favorite crew net right now is Awake. Elevate. Motivate.
Right. So I tell you something crazy.
With the Merciless Mind logo on the back.
And I'm so glad that you're here. I'm so glad that you're here. I actually just talked about this in this magazine. We were sitting up talking one day because I was trying to just get my hands in everything. And this one said,
This one.
"Bruh, you
That's
are
who
like you are like the new Black Wall Street." Merciless Minds evolved from just being artist development and a production team to literally trying to just build a network. It wasn't about like monopolizing anything, but it was to create a standard of professionals for Black people.
Yeah.
So what that did was we would do a photo shoot. We put the photos out. And people would be like, yo, who did your photos? K. Marie Photography did my photos. K. Marie Photography is the resident photographer for Merciless Mind. And I'm going to always go to her as long as she's available for those shots because that's just what we do.
To the point where like I started doing photography and he was like, nah, I got a photographer. So shout out to you.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's loyalty. I respect that 100% without question.
But it's just, it was the ability to be able to have that brand associated with so much positivity. Whether it was modeling, dancing, poetry, music, photography, videography. It was just that scene. You know, when you saw sequence and you saw people working together, it's like, oh yeah, I know who did that. I know who did that. I know who did that. It worked so well together. Mm-hmm. And that was the only thing. It wasn't about trying to, like I say, just, you know, yeah. It's just like, that is, Merciless Minds is a respectful brand. Mm-hmm. I didn't want any labels on it. I didn't want to be Merciless Minds Records. I didn't want to be Merciless Minds Models. I just, no labels.
Merciless
just
Minds.
Brands. K. Marie Photography is a brand. Lanyap Cinema and Photography.
She dope as
Sharonda.
Yeah, Sharonda super dope.
You know what I'm saying? Is a brand.
She just filmed my hands in like a quick flash of me, and I was like, "Oh, she know what she doing." She inspired me to get my gimbal. That's what she inspired me to get my gimbal.
That's what's up.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? But even like with you know, Danae and her Team Yo Fault stuff and the Chef in Charge, you know, design, like being able to help cultivate and promote all of this. That's all it's about.
That's it.
That's what it's about. A lot of people get money hungry when it comes to art, but I feel like if you show your love and appreciation for the art, the money is going to come.
Absolutely. Until somebody offer me $45 million for
this podcast,
and then it's over.
It is over.
I mean, we'll be back in like 2 years, but like $45 million is gonna put us on break for 2 years. With that being said, I also want to give you some flowers because you may not know this, or you may have heard this before, but you speak life into people. She told me something in our break at that show. She was like, hey, you don't know who you are yet. And when you find out who you are, it's nothing but greatness is available. Like, even if that never comes true, right? It was still enough to be like, okay, it's enough to hug myself. And I appreciate the fact that you can speak life into people. Yeah. So I'm happy to have you here. I'm going to give you these flowers before we get on your ass.
Oh.
Right? Before we get on your ass, we're going to give you these flowers.
Well, thank you.
To let you know that the breath of life that you speak is unheard of in our community. You know what I'm saying? Outside of our community, it's unheard of. So, and when I mean by our community, I mean our community is a community of creators and people that's always trying to do more. And even if it may not work, we're willing to take that opportunity and that risk to make it work, right? I'm doing something this coming weekend that's going to be the most challenging thing I've ever done in my life. I haven't told you about it in complete yet, but I'm going to tell you about it after the show. And it's going to be damaging to me. I'm going to need help this weekend. I'm going to shoot a video this weekend that's going to require me to have aid on the next day. But it's going to be the soul of me. That kind of stuff is like the willingness to be a creator, to be, and it ain't even about the money, like you said. It's not about the money. It's about the fact that if I could change the world just a fraction, right? If I can move the needle a millimeter, you know what I'm saying? If I can do that, my life expectancy and my life worth is there. You have a problem with that, I know.
No, I don't.
What are your thoughts? You just that smirk was different.
No, I was just taking in what you were saying. I'm just paying attention to the way that you're posing things has changed, as opposed to it.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm just.
That's life.
That's what my smirk was. Like, okay.
That's life.
I see you switching.
That's life. I'm working.
Yeah,
I'm working.
evolving.
I'm working.
Yeah.
I'm working on me. I'm 100% working on me because I come from a older family, right? I just had one of the best black family celebrations ever because we don't celebrate the 4th of July as of others. Not that we don't love our country. It's just that our day was on the 19th. You know what I'm saying? So like my family was together this past weekend and got to be around all this greatness, these elders in my family, and got to understand some stuff. And it's like, man, it's so much wisdom and knowledge there outside of formal education that you just got to keep moving. You got to keep building. And that's something I want to do. I came up with this plan last week before this happened, and it's just fuel to the fire. But your breath of life is maybe what the catalyst that changed, and the thought that you had.
Well, a millimeter at a time, I guess.
A millimeter at a time. So the thing is a mustard seed, right?
Right, it is though.
A mustard seed.
That's all it takes, though.
A mustard seed is all it takes. So
let me shout out Halo City right quick.
Shout out all your shout outs. Go ahead. You got all the time.
And yeah, I'm a healer, so there's that. And a mentor and all of that jazz. Okay, that's all I had to say. I had to shout out Halo City.
Give it again.
Halo City, wing, wing, wing. I got something for everything.
All right, so attorney.
Yes, sir.
Attorney, I put attorney in charge of the topic today because like we got woman representation here, and although I call her woman representation, she does identify as like a medium. So we're gonna see how this goes. This is a live segment. I don't even know what the complete topic is about. We had a kind of casual conversation about it. Of course, DJ Big Dream is here, and that's always dangerous. So let's hear it.
All right. So I was listening to a podcast the other day. Bree Teesey, who is actually she's currently pregnant with Nick Cannon's child, stated that they don't have a monogamous or polyamorous relationship. They just have an understanding that works for them, and a lot of people have a problem with them living in this truth. So I want to ask y'all, why do you think people have an issue with others living in their truth, but they hide their own?
So on top of ask that, I want to ask another question on top of that. Okay. It's like what's the word?
Polyamorous.
That word that I'm not even going to attempt because I'm way too country to try to say that.
You can say monogamous.
I can say monogamous.
You can say polyamorous.
No, it's an amorous than a.
You said the amorous.
No, I can say the word. I just choose not to.
You're halfway there.
Polyamorous.
Right.
Does that make you feel better? That make you feel better?
It makes you feel better.
Not at all. Nah, I'm true to me. Like I don't want to be that dude. Like, and I talk on a different level.
Okay.
For the most part, but we chilling. So, a polyamorous relationship, right? I want to hear the thoughts on that as well. Okay. And what you feel about that. So let's do both. And we're gonna start off with DJ.
You's a lie.
Uncle Drew. Oh, whoa. So I was supposed to tell you this before we started. I was supposed to tell you this before we started, bro. DJ Big Dream has officially been renamed to Uncle Dream.
Oh.
Uncle Dream. And like, I talked to Uncle Dream twice yesterday. And then the day before that. And I've called him Uncle Dream like 30 times. He's yet to rebuttal. It's there now.
Oh.
How you feel about that, Unc?
I've been called everything.
What child of God?
Zero.
So you ain't gonna start us off?
Hell no.
Why not?
That sound like a trap.
So I start off. So the original question was,
what?
Wait, what?
Somebody else started off. Then I have better content.
All right, so this is my thought process on it, right? I'm gonna answer both questions vaguely, and then I'll come back and rebuttal if I need to. I think that you can, like, if you're successful enough, if you're Nick Cannon successful, you can have several households. If your women agree to that, I do believe that, like, a man that's almost worth a billy, if not worth a billy, right? He keeps himself out forless. He spoke on that.
Yeah.
He doesn't allow them to count his coins. which is something I would do as well. I don't know. And once I get close to a Billy, I don't care what you know. I mean, a Billy? I mean, what? So you take, and honestly, at $1 billion, if you take half my wealth, I'm still undeniably wealthy. Like if I got $1 billion, you take 500 million, I'm still super rich, bro. Like it doesn't matter. Like I don't care at that point.
Yeah.
But he does deny his wealth being shared, so he doesn't appear on the Forbes list. But I think if you got that kind of money, you can be a phenomenal father, whether you're whether you're in a household or not. Like, because that kind of money brings your kids wherever you go. Like, if your child calls you, FaceTimes you, and he want to see you, I mean, a $600 plane ticket ain't nothing. Like, you on the way. And you talking about straight flights. You talking about, and straight flights in America is short. Yeah. That's factual. Straight flights in America is short, so you can't, if you want to see me, it's on the way. Or I can be on the way to you. You may be too young to fly to me, but I can fly to you for a moment. I got to be back at this place at this time. I'll fly back. And I can sleep on a plane. I'm talking about these dudes sleeping on. You think he ride a commercial?
No.
He PJ only. He got a bed on his plane.
Yeah.
This man might sleep in the air 95% of the time.
Right.
I can sleep comfortably if there's a bed available.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's what I'm saying. Like, so I think when wealth is involved, when you speak on Nick Cannon, it ain't outside of reality. But now, if I went out here and had, 10 babies with 6 chicks, it's gonna be rough. Nigga, you live in Foley. I drive a diesel truck. Gas is $6 a gallon right now. You ain't gonna see me until you gonna see me once a month. You gonna see me on my time. But like as Nick Cannon, you can be a in-house father.
Yeah.
And still be a now on the polyamorous. On the polyamorous situation, I feel like now this takes away, like, now mind you, if you're wealthy, it still works the same way. But if on a normal guy level, right? Like if I just got 2 chicks that I love, and you know what I'm saying, like, bruh, you ever deal with one woman?
Of course.
Imagine 2. Like, bruh, I'm gonna tell you, you're a Rubik's Cube. And I know you think, I know you think you're one of us, but you're a Rubik's Cube. And I've solved Rubik's Cubes before, but if I had to solve 2 with both hands, like if I had to solve them individually, it ain't happening. That's just my thought process on it. And I got a brother who lived that life for 3 years. And I told him at the beginning, I was like, bro, it's crazy. And I tell him, nah, that shit was rough. I don't know how you feel about it now. I ain't even gonna speak on that, but I'm just saying in general, man, my one woman is hard, bruh. Like every day I be thinking about new tricks to catch her slipping. Oh yeah, I'm on that type of time.
Hey, Miss K, you got any kids?
Mm-hmm.
How many?
2.
2. Same father?
Yes.
Is he in their life?
Yes.
Regularly?
Yes.
Would you trade that for money?
No.
That's why I kill your vibe, Craig.
I don't think that works though.
Let me finish now. You did your 30 minutes.
No, you just said that's why I kill your vibe. Like you said enough. That wasn't enough though.
Your rebuttal, you gotta let me rebuttal.
No, I'm just letting you. No, you can't rebuttal me without my.
You gotta let me finish my rebuttal before you rebuttal.
Let him say what he gonna say.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I'm a father of 4 kids. I got 4 baby mamas. I was raised by a man. I don't think he's a bad guy. I just don't think he give a shit. Not a bad guy. I mean, when you meet him, he cool. He laughable, holla, 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 la, la, la. But as a father, and ain't no woman saying it, he won't fuck. I was born by that guy, and I wasn't raised by that guy. The guy who raised me was a monster. That was my dude. R.I.P. to Pop. That's who raised me. That nigga, that was that nigga. And that's the one good thing about me not meeting my dad is I was wrong that he allowed me to meet Pop. I wouldn't trade that for all the 10 channel. Now, me not knowing my father till I was grown made me the father I was. You know, I had a daughter in high school who's 25 now.
I had a daughter in middle school.
I had a 25-year-old daughter. I got a 19-year-old daughter and a 17-year-old daughter. And I vowed, regardless of their mothers or what happened on this earth, as long as there was an earth, they would be raised together and they would know and come up with their sisters, because you can't take that away from them. Once it come up, it's different when you ain't raised with your siblings, because I got a whole lot of them. I got siblings from here to Orlando to Minneapolis to Omaha to places you ain't never heard of, because that's what my daddy did. You feel me? And it ain't the same as the ones I raised with. You know what I mean? So regardless of how much money I had, time, I mean real in-house time, there's no substitute for that. That's why I don't like what niggas doing.
So, can I rebuttal now? Is it my turn?
Go ahead.
All right, so with that being said, you talk about your daddy, who...
No, I'm talking about me. I'm talking about me.
Oh, you talking about you?
Yeah.
How many kids you got?
4.
And where they at?
I raised 3 by myself.
You raised 3 by yourself, right? Dream, I'm going to give you some flowers before I shit on your parade. Right. You are one of the best fathers I've known. So Dream is 60. You didn't know that because he died. But Dream is 60.
Was that cocoa bean?
Yeah. Dream is 60. And since I met him when I was 15. And Dream was braiding hair when I met him. His daughter's hair. He is father of the year repetitively year after year. Now he ain't shit outside of that. Outside of being father of the year,
that's all he got.
Terrible person. So, but you gotta pick one. You gotta pick one. You gotta either be a great daddy or like a great life partner. He chose daddy, right? So, with that being said, I definitely want to give him his flowers. He is that dude when it comes to his kids. But now you gotta talk about your father, who you said you would never do. Your father did that and put kids all over the country. But your father was also broke. And I ain't mean that to be offensive, but am I call a spade a spade?
But still, that still don't choose the point. My dad could have been filthy rich and sent me all the money in the world. That wouldn't change the relationship.
But that ain't why I said Nick did. Nick don't do that. That ain't why I said Nick did. Nick could fly. Nick got a private jet. He could fly and see his kids in between shows, bro. He could film balling out.
Bro, let me tell you something.
It ain't that much time in the day.
Bro, let me tell you something. And you can write this in the back of your Bible. You either got a nigga with a lot of time or a lot of money. You won't get both.
No, it's a no. That's a bald faced lie, and I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna tell you it's a bald faced lie, because all the super successful people stop working once they accumulated massive money. They still own their business. Bill Gates.
He white.
Okay.
Name a black one.
I mean, I can't name a black one, bro, because
we just name a black one, bro. We gotta work forever.
We just bro. Jay-Z
is busy as shit.
He ain't
all
bro.
The time.
Nah, Jay-Z.
Look at her face.
Is Jay-Z busy as shit?
All the time.
Nah, and it may be because by choice. He may be obsessed with money.
Definitely by choice, but he's still working.
Bro,
I mean, but now I mean, he still take Blue to basketball games and shit.
Because he live in the house with his kids.
I understand.
But he definitely lives in the same house with his kids.
He live in the house with all 3. He got 3 kids, right? He got Blue, and then he got the set of twins that we ain't seen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He got Blue and the set of twins.
They showed him.
Huh?
We've seen them.
Yeah. Oh, they did show him briefly.
Yeah, they've been in things. I'm not even a Beyonce fan like that.
I'm a whole fan.
Children, so
I'm a whole fan.
I'm a whole fan.
I'm a whole fan. So, but the thing I'm saying though, like, even if that wasn't the scenario, he puts in the effort to spend time with his kids.
Because they live in the house with him though.
No, he puts. I mean, so you think because they don't know? So I Dream, say you couldn't live in the house with your kids. Now, Dream had a different scenario that I didn't talk about. Mm-hmm. Dream has been the better dude in all his relationships. He's been the better person in our relationship. I'm sorry, Dream, previous significant others. But if it's a lie, call it a lie. If it's the truth, really, and that's what hit you, all you better do is say out.
Money than everybody.
No. Let me talk. If it's a lie, call it a lie. But if it's the truth and that's what hit you, say out. Right? It's two-edged sword. Dream has been better than his significant or others up until this point in life, and he gonna clean it up because he want to keep the peace. But the fact is I've been around this dude since I was 15 and I'm 34. Right? I've been around him almost 20 years. Dream if he couldn't have his kids in his household, he would have went above and beyond. And matter of fact, Dream didn't have his kids in his household completely the entire time, but he went above and beyond to be around his kids every single time. And that's why I'm saying if Dream was a billionaire and his kid was in Cali, he would go above and beyond to be around his kids. So yeah, I understand what you mean. Yeah, being in the house every night does make a difference. But if the will is there, the will is there. And I've seen the will firsthand from him. And he's rebuttaling me.
Your mom and your daddy was together when you was growing up, huh?
His entire life.
Yeah. And that's something I won't discuss.
They still together today. He don't understand the struggle. He don't understand the struggle.
It just shows you your response.
This dude. I love this dude, but he don't understand. His mom and dad is literally the perfect black couple. He's Clarence. Clarence had a good family.
Had real nice parents.
He's literally Clarence. You feel me? I know his mom. She's on the podcast right now listening.
Yeah, she listening.
One of the most respectable. Him and her mom and dad.
And if my mama was willing to come here and speak, if my mom was willing to come here and speak, she'll tell you something totally different than what you're saying.
That whole street right there.
My grandfather owned, because my grandfather.
I ain't talking about the. No, nigga, I ain't talking about.
My grandfather was a great man.
Tony's dad and mama the same way. That family, they do right.
Yeah, I hear you, bruh.
Do that say them niggas were perfect? I don't know.
No, you just said that they was perfect.
I said
they were the perfect,
he got a perfect
example.
That's what I said.
Of a black couple.
That is not the truth.
Perfect
though.
example of a
That's
black
not the truth.
That
and I'm not gonna.
Don't have that don't mean people don't go through shit.
I'm not gonna air my folks' business.
I want you to.
I'm not gonna air my folks' business.
I ain't saying that they don't.
But I'm telling you that it wasn't what you think it is. From the outside in, it always look beautiful, bro. But my folks didn't have $1 billion either.
They was fucking close to.
Nah, not even close, bro. Not even close.
Your daddy got $1 million farm equipment,
bro. And I grew up in a trailer until I was 27. I'm sorry, 17. We moved into a home when I was 17.
I think I was still in the projects then.
I understand, but my grandfather also made.
Stepdaddy was a crackhead.
My grandfather also made that capable
that
because
beat the shit out of me for the fuck of it.
My grandfather was a great man.
Yeah, he started. He did right.
He was a great man. My grandfather bought mad land. Like, I just spent 4th of July weekend, we owned that.
Is this your mother's father or your
my mother's father?
They hold a whole block.
And wait, but with that being said, my father's father owned.
He's also a great man.
He probably was a little rougher, but he owned some land. He was a lot rougher. He made my daddy, and my daddy made me. Right? So the same thing he just said, that he grew up to say he didn't want to be his daddy, he was successful at it. I turned into mine. Yeah. I turned into my daddy.
Yeah.
I did. Yeah. I turned into my daddy. Yeah. And now, mind you, my daddy now is a great man. He had a moment.
Great, but you know I'm a real nigga.
He's saying that you turned into your daddy because your daddy was there for you to be able to see.
Yeah.
And be able to pick up his mannerisms, be able to pick up
this.
His wasn't.
It ain't for me to speak out on this podcast. I'm not gonna put my family business out there. But what I'm telling you is that like my daddy started spending time with me when I was 26.
Okay.
Not because he was a hoe.
No.
So let's justify that. Cause I said that. I'm gonna say some shit that gonna make Craig mad. But it's the truth. I gotta say this. I gotta say this because I want to clear the air. Not because he was a hoe, because his dad is the workingest motherfucker I ever met in my life.
Period. He was the hardest working man on the planet.
That's why he ain't spending much time.
He should be a billionaire.
Totally different. My dad didn't want me because he was a hoe.
Why is it?
Give him a moment.
Wait. Are you talking about your father? Or you talking about Nick Cannon?
Oh no, my dad is most definitely not Nick Cannon.
He's saying in the reference.
I'm saying in the reference of a hoe.
Are you?
Oh no. Well, I was justifying when he said his dad didn't spend time with him like that until he was in his 20s.
I was 26.
I wanted to clear that up, not because he wasn't trying to be a father, because he was that super provider.
Oh yeah,
bro, he live at work.
Bro, listen, we was poor and I didn't know. I would 100% tell anybody on the planet that we was poor and I didn't know. Now mind you, they ain't silver spoon me. They ain't give me nothing. He gave me a truck that had to be repaired if I wanted a vehicle. He taught me trades. He did couple things for me. He taught me how to work on anything. One of the most crafty dudes you ever meet inside of a motor. And I don't do that. You look at my hand, they soft, 'Got long nails, all that. You can see no calluses. I don't do none of that. That's just what it is. But he taught me how to work on a motor. I can build any race car you want to, any car you want to. Dream called me and asked me something about his car, and I'll be like, yeah, bro, you may want to do this.
Sounds like a lot of quality time.
No, it wasn't.
How did you learn it?
Oh, because it was a book. Because my dad is a craftsman. He knew that in order to learn how to work on something that's cutting edge, he gave me this. Now, I can tell you what he did teach me how to work on. VCRs. Guess what ain't around no more?
I can say this about his dad. I don't know his dad like he know his dad, but I know his dad from my city as the guy who he became to be.
Oh, my dad is
his dad is a sun up, sundown guy.
My dad is one of the most amazing men you'll ever meet. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the most amazing men you'll meet.
You disagree with what I said? Your dad is a sun up.
Oh, he's a sun up, sundown. Bro, my dad was getting up at 4 and he was going to bed at 1 every day.
Sun up to sundown, he working.
That's why I said I didn't know he was poor. I didn't know he was poor. Because it was out. He always made sure I had enough money. But the one thing about money, it don't matter without representation.
What? Nigga, cause you just literally said what I was starting the show off with.
Wait.
You just literally said what I started the show off with.
And wait, no. What did I say? But what did I say?
Go ahead.
I said.
No, just continue.
You can't fix that shit.
No, I can't fix it. I said that Nick Cannon has billions in a private jet. He can see his kids in between shows. I'm not saying that he is. I'm just saying I see how it can work. Is that not what I said?
It can, but he gonna lose money, bro. There's no way he can be as busy as Nick Cannon is a young version of Steve Harvey. There's no way he worked that hard, because he worked hard. He does a lot of shit, bro. He does. Still spend the time necessary to rear kids.
But do you know for sure that he's not spending time?
It's impossible.
No, you say that, but do you know for sure?
I wake up.
Can't nobody in this room say for sure that he ain't spending the time with his kids.
I wake up every morning and I know exactly how many hours it is in a day. I know that. And I'm gonna tell you something, bro. I'm a nigga who got money.
I feel you.
People
bro.
agree, and people who know me know I get that money. I'm broke now, so don't rob me, people. But I go get that money, and when you going to get that money, you busy, man. You don't have a lot of time to yourself, man.
For sure, bro. I'm not disagreeing with that. But you can't say for sure that you know that he ain't making that time.
Now let me say this. I don't think Nick a bad guy.
I'm not saying, bro. First off, I'm just playing devil's advocate.
He can be a great father and be mega wealthy.
I'm playing
without being in the same house. You know, without being a Jay-Z, where you live and married to your wife. I'm being devil's advocate, right?
That's what I was about to say. Everything that you said is from a monogamous mindset.
Yeah, facts.
It comes from a monogamous mindset because, in your opinion, you have to be in that home. So let me ask you a question.
Every night.
So let me,
I ain't gonna say in that home, and I don't mean to cut y'all, but you can't have. I got 4 baby mamas, right?
Okay.
I made sure to keep my kids in my home, but bro, if I had a 4th, I don't know where he at right now.
And I'm finna
wait.
Not for no part of the story.
So you had all the kids with you, but what about
when you can't?
What about you when if you can? Not only if you can't, but what about your counterpart? That's the same thing. Whether all 4 of the girls are in one home or if all 4 of them are together, but they know of each other. And they have them, and the mothers are together.
And not to like be bad on my dad, because I love my dad. I think he was a great dad. I'm not trying to do that.
I'm online now, nigga. Be careful.
I'm not trying to do that. But what I am, my mom online. Shit, man.
You know she online.
Bruh, no, we had this conversation before. This ain't no surprise.
I'm just making sure you know.
But with this being said, bruh, hear me out. With my dad being in my home every night, bruh, it's been days that when I was growing up, I would only visually see him. Only visually see him for weeks at a time. He was at the house every night, but he was gone before I woke up. And he was, by the time I went to sleep, he was gone. I mean, he was coming home after that. So he's lived in the house every day, bro. But realistically, is that not the same thing that Nick does? You know what I'm saying? Like, nope. We don't know. You don't know.
I'm gonna tell you.
You don't know, bro. And my dad is a great father. I want to clear it up. Dad's a great father.
About you know, I ain't got a word to say that bad about your dad.
Can't nobody.
But I say this. There's certain things, even though he wasn't there all day, there's certain things he was not going to do because you know Daddy was coming home at night.
My daddy whooped my ass one time my whole life.
Because you knew better.
No, that's not
but okay, so let me
my mama whooped my ass like
And you know what else your mama told you?
How?
You know what else your mama told you?
What's that?
After she got to whoop your ass?
What that?
I'm going to tell your daddy.
My mom didn't do that.
I mean, that's a part of it, man.
But she didn't, though.
No, bro.
Go ahead, bro.
You seem to think that he can't spend a lot of time with his kids.
Not a lot. Quality.
Define quality time.
Right.
Yeah, define
Because
quality.
who are you to say whether it's quality or not?
I'm not. I have not to say.
I mean, the time that he does.
It's just
spend.
hard for me to think a person. It's hard for me to think a man can raise 10 kids,
And that's because-
without them being in the house.
That's
Period.
because the life you live.
No, because I caught hell raising 3 that lived in the house with me.
But all of them get
raised
along.
3
Like if
girls,
he,
too.
I mean, you got to understand.
And I got a middle
Two
child.
of
And I
them.
got a middle
Bro,
child.
Mariah Carey is 2 of them mama. They know who their damn daddy is. They ain't even got to see that nigga.
Bro, that makes a difference, bro. I promise you, bro. That makes.
I promise you it don't.
You ain't got
They
kids
still-
yet.
they still
But
spend
when
time
you do-
together.
When
But
you do get one,
They still
you
spend
gonna
time
understand
together.
the narrative.
I'm
Let me
also
ask you
married
something,
though.
Let me ask you something, Dream. And you are married. I'm not trying to step on you. I
No,
do
you good,
apologize.
you good, go ahead.
But let me ask you something, Dream. Have I not raised one? Okay. Thank you.
Oh, you fucked me up, damn. I
Yeah.
don't know how to answer.
I mean, because you know the truth. You know I raised a child for 6 years, bro. I had a child with me for 6 years that I raised as my own. His name is Davidson. That's my last name. I done that for 6 years. I raised a child saying that I was going to raise my child better than my dad. I was going to spend that quality time. Because my dad was definitely financial. The quality time didn't start happening until I was 26. I raised a child and was quality time for 6 years. So tell me that I don't know nothing again.
Never said you don't know nothing.
But you try to
It's
make
a
it
big-
seem like
it's a
I'm
big
completely
difference,
have no
bro.
legitimate spot.
That's a little boy too, right?
Yeah.
Do you know the most influential time of that little boy's life?
First 6 years?
No.
When?
Between 11 and 16.
I can imagine. I mean, I didn't have him during the time. I'm not gonna have him during the time.
I'm not fighting you with that. I'm just telling you, being there. If Joseph Grace would have not have been in my life, I would be dead or in prison.
But let me ask
right
you
now.
this though: some of the best schooling is homeschooling. It's not.
The fuck that had to do with anything?
So at 11 and 16, you don't think he can have 10 kids with him? He got the money.
Cool.
Nick can pay somebody to teach.
See, you still talking about paying, bro.
Nick-
You can get to find a woman on earth and give her all the money on earth. That don't make the relationship good. You gotta spend time with that woman.
I'm out. Hey,
Cause
Money don't fix everything, man.
This ain't
And
even
you know
about.
this
This ain't
situation-
even
Wait,
about.
wait, 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 I gotta say
This ain't about money because you still thinking from a monogamous mindset. You
Bro,
gotta
no,
understand
I'm
the
talking about
relationship.
monogamous with my kids.
No, the
I
relationship.
ain't talking about a relationship. I'm talking about with kids. Kids need time. Ain't no way around that. And you done seen too often where rich kids kill their fucking self.
So let me ask you something.
Because
Dream.
they dad work too much.
Wait, Dream, let me ask you
You know
something.
that for sure.
For sure, but let me ask you something, Dream. So I
And they
said,
had all the money.
Dream, let me ask you
You
something.
can't do that.
Pause for one moment. Let me ask you something. If I decide to have homeschooling for my 10 kids, say I'm Nick Cannon, I got homeschooling for my 10 kids. They go to school for 8 hours a day, just like all of us in this room did. And they come home to their parents for the rest of the day. What's the difference in me having them homeschool with me with a teacher while I'm working, and then when they get done, I'm done, and they at home with me for the rest of the time? I'm just saying, like, bro, I think you really fight me on something that we agree on, but you know, whatever.
I'm not, bro. It's just coming from a nigga who raised multiple kids
I
with
feel
multiple
like
baby
Kay got
mamas,
something
bro.
to say. Kay.
It's almost impossible.
Okay, this is Soft got something to say. You got something to say?
And when she done, I'm gonna ask her one question.
You can ask it first.
No, I'd rather you put your foot in your mouth first.
Let me say this: we don't know what is going on with Nick
No
and
clue.
his baby's
Fact.
mother,
No clue.
and his kids.
We are perspective
And
right now.
as people, we do a lot of looking in somebody else's window and not paying attention to the fire that's going on in the kitchen. So let me first say that.
I ain't got no shit.
My opinion on the matter, I definitely think quality time is pertinent, but I can't say he's not spending quality time, that the time that he spends with them is not quality, because the amount of time is not what makes it quality time.
Facts.
So he can be definitely spending quality time with each of these, different families. If the relationship is polyamorous, then I mean, they are under Nick Cannon and the women are under a relationship, I guess, situationship contract, if you will, that he spends time with multiple people. That's what their agreement is. That's what works for them. That's not what works for me. So that's not what I'm going to sign up for. I do feel like it's going to be interesting going forward as the kids grow, because they do require quite a bit of time, and how the mothers are going to feel when they don't have a constant in their home. Now, Nick is also busy, so who's to say that he would have been home anyway, in those times. So if you're traveling all over and you would have been working regardless, so who's to say that he's not spending the same amount of time he would have spent in the house anyway, because he works so as much as he does.
Big fact.
You attested to being in a home where your father was in the home and you didn't see him, but in glimpses, if you will. So Nick Cannon has a glimpse type of work relationship with, and balance with his children. For the monogamous side, I mean, I'm married. And yes, my husband is the father to both of my kids, but we had the children before we were married. So, but we were living together. We were, in the same home. We were, shacking.
I can kind of say
That's nice. Ain't nobody pointing no fingers.
But I mean, ain't no fingers to be pointed. But I was also raised in a home to where my mother was married to my father. There were some things going on there under the cover to where he was going off on the ship. He was in the Navy, so he was going off on the ship and learning new tricks and new trades, if you will, that gave him away of what he was doing. And so in retaliation, there was some other doing on my mother's side, and that yielded them to get a divorce and her to end up remarrying. And so I had the opportunity to be in the home with a stepfather, in which I was I'm the youngest of 3, and I have 2 brothers, so I'm also the only girl. Why I'm not scared of you, but I was also singer, and then eventually I was the favorite out of them. There was a lot of pissing matches between my brothers and my stepfather. One of my brothers has asthma. He was really sickly back in the day before they got it under control, and he didn't like the weakness, my stepfather. And so I got to see different shades of men in 2 of them, and how it affects with them being in the home and without them being in the home, because a lot of that led to another divorce. And so then I was being in a single parent household. And so my birth father lives actually 45 minutes away, and I haven't seen him since I was 18, and that was me looking at the back of his head sneak out of the hotel so he can go and rush back to his stepson, whom got all of because he was in the Navy, all of my benefits, everything, as if that was his child and it's his stepchild. So I've gotten to see so many different parts of this spectrum, and feeling like I could have definitely been a different person had I had that male figure in the house. It would have helped me make different decisions, but I can't say that they're going to be in that same predicament or not, because Nick does have a lot of money, but money don't buy you happiness, and it doesn't buy you a sound mind, and it doesn't buy you
I feel like
the tracks that you need to be on in order to be the best version of yourself throughout those years. Yes, we do have to learn lessons, but I learned some hard lessons that I did not necessarily have to go through had I feel like I had that male figure in the house. Now, my oldest brother, we're 4 years apart. And he tried to step in to be that figure, but it doesn't work that way. Because, like, shut the fuck up and sit down. Who the fuck you think you're talking to? You know what I mean? Don't
Big
do
facts.
what?
Big
Out my
facts.
face. You know what I'm saying?
Big
Like, but I will say they did train me up in the way that I had to look at the world from all sides. And I do feel like I wouldn't have gotten that had I had my father in the house, because it would have been a princess role type of thing, if you will. I don't know what it is when men comes to women, they feel like the woman has to be soft and smell like this and this, that, and the other, and then you don't teach them all the tricks of the trade. And I feel like a heavy influence of father could definitely do that.
So, while you thinking,
So, really,
go ahead. I'm gonna let you have it back.
I don't really care either way. Let me say that. But my concern is always for the children, and are they getting enough? Because you are two adults making decisions for your offspring as well.
Mm-hmm.
So do you feel like your child is getting enough of the father? Were you raised in a single parent household to where you feel like they're getting more than what you had, and so you're good because you have the money? It's the FaceTime calls, and because now we're in a media, led country, led time, if you will. So, I mean, we don't know what they're doing. They could all be in a group chat together, and they all FaceTime at 8:00 every day, and they feel like that suffices. He may be going down this. Okay,
well,
I'm gonna call them at this time. Okay, I'm in a meeting right now. Hold on, I'm gonna call you back. We don't know what's going on.
We don't know.
And what he's giving to these, to these families. I personally don't agree with him spreading his seed all over, and then but he's a grown ass man, and I don't get on my knees for him. So I ain't got nothing to do with that situation. But do I like it? No. But it's your life, and I can't really place judgment on what it is that you're doing because it's not affecting me in any way. So I don't try to put as much energy into, things that
Don't affect
are beyond my,
Oh, so with that
are
being
beyond my
said,
hands in that sense.
with that being said, one, I grew up in the household where money was available. Money doesn't work, right? My dad never made me.
But you advocated for Nick. But go ahead.
No. So this is where I think I get confused. That I advocate for thought process. I never said that I agreed with what Nick was doing. Mm-hmm. Did I ever say that?
No.
Did I ever say that? Okay. I never said I agreed with him. I just said I can't be the person that said it won't work. That's all I said. That's all I was trying to get across. Mm-hmm. Do I think you should be having kids with 10 women? Absolutely not. I am 34 years old without any kids because I refuse to have a baby mom. I'm that guy.
Facts.
When I have a child, it's going to be my wife, and we're to death do us part, or it's going to be snapped. I ain't no in between.
I feel that.
No, I ain't no in between. That's it. So I wanted to make sure that you understood that. First and foremost, I'm a snap dude. Like you, like this. You done had a baby by me and we married. Oh yeah, no, this death do us part. And if you want to cheat, death done us part.
I gotta use the bathroom, but I do gotta say this because I don't say
what was
this
the
often
question?
enough. Oh, well, you actually answered all the questions I was going to ask you ahead of time.
Oh,
I ain't got
okay.
to answer. So I'm gonna say.
I also wanted to say, before you say that, to you, also, you were in a broken home. Though you're the best parent in the world, you're still a single father. And so they kind of missed that part with their mother in the sense of...
That's what I was. That's the part that I was saying.
But though you
that's
feel
what I was trying to say.
but you gave them, you filled the void of their mother's being there.
No, I'm going to clean that up.
Okay.
You don't know me, sis.
That's fine. I can
say
only
that
go
because-
off what was presented, and that's just what I gathered
never
from what
told
was
you
presented.
The whole story. So my oldest mother was always there.
Mm-hmm.
Never had a problem with her. My youngest mother, always there. Never had a problem with her. My middle child mother wasn't there like she could. And that's the child that suffer. That's why I know money does not fix problem. Time does. Mm-hmm. My middle child, remember I saying it suffered? I got a grandbaby. My only grandchild. She got pregnant when she was 15. Had my baby when she was 16. That's a child that suffered because of time. When she would be stuck with me, because her mother didn't come get her that weekend, but my oldest mama came and got her, my youngest mama came and got her, and she was stuck with me. Even though I was trying to be the best father and show her more time than I showed the other two, it didn't make up for the mother not being there the way she should have at the time. Mm-hmm. And you know her.
Oh yeah. No,
you know the situation. You can't argue that.
No.
But for one of the first, hold on, let me say that.
No, finish.
I've agreed with everything, 100% of what you said earlier. Even though you may have you was on another road to start with, but I see you catch a hitch and turn around and get back on the right road.
Because I like to cover everything that you may be
great
thinking.
with it then.
Because
and I agree with 100%, and I never agree with 100%. I agree with 100% of everything you said just then.
Brent,
I appreciate that.
she's an amazing person.
Ish. Okay.
Just ish.
Hey man, hurry up and come back, cause I was finna go somewhere with that, but you gotta go.
I'll be right back.
So hurry up.
Under, not over, because last time that shit got bad that way. Still about to break the light. What the fuck?
Hey, this is Souf Got Something to Say, episode 112, baby. Episode 112, man. Episode 112. Hey, we appreciate all you listeners that's here. Remember, you can find us on Twitch, YouTube, and I said Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. That's the other one. Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. We're live on all 4 platforms. You can listen to us at any time on Tuesday night, starting at about 8:30, 9ish. We don't have a set time because we are never going to be on time.
I just say 9. 9 is safe.
9 is safe.
9 is safe.
We normally hit 9.
Yeah.
Kay, you're amazing. Like having you here.
Appreciate it.
I really like having you here.
Guys.
This commercial break has been brought to you by Merciless Minds Productions presents The Blackout. For the X. Saturday, July 16th, 2022. Featuring performances by K. Marie, Eternity, Miles Vito, M.Y. the Fly Guy, Butter So Fly, Catharsis the Poet, and some special guests. Hosted by The Souf.
The Souf.
Get your tickets right now. $10, $20 at that show. We're going to be at it. That's almost free.
Almost free.
I'm telling y'all, man. Amazing poetry, amazing hip hop. I got some other stuff up my sleeve for y'all. I think y'all going to really enjoy. The Merry Widow, doors open at 8. DJ Money Mike.
Yeah.
I'm just going to let him go.
You gonna let him do his thing?
I'm just gonna let him go. I just want him to go and do his thing as a DJ. We ain't talking about you.
Yeah, bro, you ain't. First off, you ain't DJ anymore. You Uncle Dream. So when you hear DJ, stop listening to it. Just no, you Uncle Dream, no. No, you just Uncle Dream.
Don't mistake that for anything. I'm still that nigga.
All right. So, and it's funny because Ashley just said this in the chat. So this is exactly where I was finna go. So, from the perspective and the things that people have been saying and talking about, it doesn't seem like you have heard Nick's reason for why he wants to spread his seed so much. Mm-hmm. And that is because he does have lupus and he is a diabetic. So
I didn't know he was diabetic.
Yeah, and he's diabetic. And he said on a podcast, he was like, I feel like I'm just trying to make sure that I leave my mark on this world. And I can't think of a better way than trying to leave my legacy through my own seed.
That's selfish.
I agree to some degree, but also, and I gotta say this because I got another respect for Nick now than I ever had. Fuck the money. Nick is very spiritual. I don't know if y'all know this or not. When I say very spiritual,
he's been there.
Very spiritual. Me and him is on 100% the exact spiritual path. That's another reason why he leave a lot of seeds. He might not say it because he can't no more. Because white folk got on his ass, shut down a whole lot of shit. It's the truth. It's the truth. He might can't say it. Some missions you can't disclose until the mission is complete. I think there's a lot of it too. He's very spiritual.
Now who came for Nick? Savior just then. You just tried to say I was over here caping for Nick, and I didn't have an opinion. I was just being devil's advocate. Now, who was the caper?
I said it seemed like you were advocating for Nick.
It seems like that way, but I'm always going to ask a complicated question. The other night when we was having our conversation.
Nah, you had passion in that. You really felt like that. There was another one where somebody fell off the boat. Propeller caught. 2 people fell off the boat. Propeller caught one of the guys. He had injuries. It killed the other person. The person driving the boat was drunk.
Listen to me.
Was the conversation?
I drink so much that I don't remember
it was
our
a girl.
conversation.
She bumped her friend off the boat and he drowned.
She was
and somebody else tried to save him and they drowned as well.
Yeah. So listen, I drink.
There was a lot of passion in your heart for that conversation.
I know. I'm just passionate. I'm a passionate
that was
talker.
Definitely your.
No, I'm a passionate
opinion
talker.
in that.
I really
Because even when you spoke about what you were speaking about and you were talking to him, you didn't have the same amount of passion as you did when we were talking about that.
Yeah, just because at that time the stage was bigger. I'm a performer. I perform to the level of the crowd. Honestly, I don't remember the conversation. I do remember having I remember having lasting thoughts from your side, and lasting thoughts from what you told me in break. Yeah, but for the most part, I'm just talking.
So let's wrap up this portion so we can go to the next one. I think of King Richard. He had a lot of kids by different women, and he raised Serena and Venus, right? Some kids got neglected and they feel some type of...
King Richard, didn't he?
No, I ain't saying me. I said I'm thinking about King Richard. He had multiple kids by multiple women. He raised Serena and Venus. Two of the most dominant black female superstars of all time. One of them is one of the biggest athletes ever, not sports, ever. You feel me? Because he had the time to spend with them. But some of his other daughters felt neglected. That happened. We can't deny that. That happened. Who's to say that Nick won't raise a president or one of the greatest ambassadors or one of the most richest kids ever out of this litter? But somebody gonna feel neglected.
Or
you know what I'm saying?
or several billionaire entrepreneurs. We don't know.
Yeah, so my thing is, I'm not pointing a finger at Nick at all.
Me neither.
I was making an argument of time.
I mean, honestly,
being
it was
that far.
It was just a
You know what I'm saying?
conversation.
Yeah, great. Yeah, ain't no doubt.
It was just a conversation.
Yeah, I never pointed my finger at you or nothing you said, and I agreed to everything she said. That wasn't nothing. Nick can have 10
I don't know
more.
if I agree to everything.
You feel me? Nick can have 10 more, and if he put a
I'm just
fund
messing
back
with
where
you.
these kids are fairly taken care of, whatever you want to do, my nigga, you do it. You know what I'm saying? Because like I say, not having my father gave me the opportunity to meet one of the greatest men I could have ever met. So I'm not mad. I've never been mad at my dad or the man who made me. I've never. We've been cool since the day I met him. My stepdaddy introduced me to my dad. Never been mad at him. I never had ill will. And like you, what month you were born in?
December.
You in a Capricorn?
I'm a Sag.
In the beginning of December, okay. Yeah. Got a lot of our traits. But
Who was I?
not Capricorn. I'm an Aquarius. But Capricorns are our little sisters and brothers.
Hey, don't be on Capricorn. I'm in love with one currently.
They don't make them bad. I said they're our little sisters
And what are
brothers.
you?
I'm a Pisces.
That nigga don't know where he is. He born on 29th of February.
Hey, did that make sense
that
to you
nigga
or something?
alien.
Why you move like that?
Hey, he born on 29th. He an alien.
He was about to say something.
Why you move like that? I don't like your movement of your head muscles.
It's just interesting. How long y'all been together?
Whew. We was together for like 11 years and
Facts.
separated for a long time and a lot of stuff.
Facts.
Y'all had breaks? Y'all just been through?
No. I was terrible. And then a long time and then split and then working it.
So y'all
that's
worked
kind of
together
what you
for a minute
said.
and then y'all got back together.
That's what you ate.
I definitely asked if they had any breaks.
Yeah, we did have a break.
A big, large one though, just one.
Yes.
And now you're correct.
Oh yeah, I'm the
But
one
you
that had to
corrected, you're
correct.
wrong.
Yeah, I had to correct.
What else we got there?
I was finna say something, but I lost it.
Yeah.
Because she like I don't understand none of that zodiac shit. I don't understand none
Well,
of it.
it's some of the stuff she said is an Aquarius traitish.
I mean, I just don't understand zodiac stuff.
Like the way she said
Like,
that her father wasn't there, but she raised by a stepfather, so she never was mad about it.
It wasn't like that. Because I was only with my stepfather for maybe about 6 years. And so the rest of that was a single mother. So it's not like he was there for that long either. So my adolescent childhood was like split between them. So pre-teenhood, like 10, 11, I'm single motherhood.
Okay, well that's different. I met my stepdad when I was about
So
11.
I cared.
And me and him was like that till he died. Like I was there for him and he was there for me till he died. Even though him and my mama broke up, I could never call it. Like the nigga she married to now, cool nigga. He'd never be my stepdad. Nigga, I was grown when I met you, nigga. Get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah, when they divorced, that was the last time that we had ever spoken because they didn't have a very good.
Your stepdad?
Yes.
Oh,
So,
totally.
but I knew that I was his favorite. Like even in leaving the house, she was like, "Just go talk to him." And so I was like talking to him, like, "Why are you doing this? Like, what is going on?" We had to leave out the house or whatever. It was her dream house. We had to leave type of thing. It was so much mess, so much drama. But and we had to go live in the hood in Birmingham.
Yeah, totally. Like a nigga did some of my stepdad. I kidnapped a nigga and damn near killed him. Totally different. Yeah.
Oh, wait. It's time to switch. It's time to switch.
Oh,
that was it. Hey, this song got some episode.
I love that nigga to the depth.
This episode 112.
We gone?
No. We just got to switch.
Talking.
Yeah, I had to switch you off that. You said some crazy shit.
It happened. Shit. That nigga know who he is. He cool with me now.
She understood why I switched so fast. Because like it get that crazy.
Yeah, don't play with pockets. Nigga, I kill you dead.
He's still talking. He won't shut up.
I do it again.
It's my beer.
Shit.
Drink it.
I ain't play by that nigga, cuz.
Alright, that's enough.
I'm sorry.
We get it.
Yeah.
Bro, I had something to say, but I missed it, so come on.
Yeah, all right. So, palate cleanser. TikTok skits. How far is too far? So, we brought up the topic of conversation regarding the now known to be skit with the young lady and the guy bringing the food to the one kid. People was on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram writing think pieces for felt like 6 days.
It did feel like forever. Yeah.
Every single post on the thread, people that got in like creative and they done cut the cheeseburger in 4 different pieces and put 6 fries and put the drink in the middle with 1 straw. That is fucking horrible. I don't know who you gonna feed
So
1 cheeseburger and 1 small fry to 4 people. They ain't gonna do nothing but piss them kids off. But
so you talk about the skits that's made from the skit. So I seen one. I thought I sent it to y'all. So it's a nigga who act like he was that nigga. They came to the mama house and she said, "What about the other kids?" So he immediately got in his truck and left. He would have picked up all the baby daddies. He went back to back down. They all got meals, right? And pulled back up in that motherfucker. So he was like, here for my son, you next, nigga. So the other nigga pulled up. He said, "Hey, you think you could let me carry him this year?" She said, "Get the fuck out of my face." Goddamn. He walked off. Next nigga said, "Babe, we really need to talk." She got out of my face. He leave. Next nigga come over and say, "Hey, man, you really been tripping." He get him back. Then they all give him the burger, which I thought that was really fucked up at the end, but really symbolic of life. You know what I'm saying? Last dude, he said, "I ain't finna say nothing." He give her the food. It was 5 of them though. You know what I'm saying? Get the food and walk off. She said, "Y'all took care of the kid, but what about my food?" And then they all went to attack her. Wow, I won't die. Y'all didn't see it. It's hilarious, dog. It's hilarious. But yes, everybody jumped on that bandwagon. It was even on a Breakfast Club. It was even on a Breakfast Club.
Your favorite skit would be one where somebody getting attacked. Like,
they didn't hit her. They was like they all like one dude threw his boot and they all started running toward the door and she closed the door and ran inside. The joke to that was, even though they did do, all the daddies came, took care of all the kids, and it still wasn't enough. That joke there is clutch.
no, I heard a joke similar.
I know what joke you talking about.
But
Floors.
Yeah, have you heard the floors joke?
I sent that to a lot of people.
So it there was a like a tower. We just say like a tower. You go into it's like a hotel. It's 5 different floors.
Mm-hmm.
So the lady said, "Everyone, welcome to the men's store.
Mm-hmm.
Every one of these floors have different types of men.
Different caliber of a man.
You know, different caliber of man.
Yeah.
Now, once you go up, you can't go back down.
Facts.
So you can either select from that level that you want, or you can go up, but you can't go back down. So you get to the first one, and first is like, these men here are good looking. She's like, oh, okay. We'll go to the second floor. The second floor said, these men are good looking and they have great jobs. Oh, okay. Get to the third floor. These guys on this floor, they look good, they have great jobs, and they love kids. Okay, that sounds pretty good. Get to the fourth floor. These guys have great looks, they good, all the other stuff.
They had good looks, they love kids, they had great jobs, and they was great in the bed.
Yeah, and they was great in the bed. She said, oh, okay.
But you got to break down this one portion that you're missing. I'm sorry to break the story, but she said, are you comfortable here or do you want to go on? I at least got to see what's on the next floor. No matter how good it got, I at least got to see what's on the next floor. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, finish it.
No, go ahead.
Finish it.
God damn it. I ain't want to take the story.
Finish it.
So then it was like, the woman was like, so you sure you want to go to the next floor? The lady was like, I at least got to see. It got to be something better on the next floor. So then they get to the fifth floor, and the girl said, okay, what's up here? He said, okay, you're in line. There's 2,478 women here waiting, and you can't go back down.
That is not how that goes.
To some degree.
No.
What happened on the fifth floor?
It said, when you guys, it says, welcome to the fifth floor. You're a woman, 2,454,768. This floor is only to serve that no matter how much women get is never enough.
That was so deep to me.
Kay is like, that is so not me.
I said it to my mama, my sisters. I said the whole, everybody I could think that was feminine. I said it to them. That was so deep to me.
We got a woman in the house, so.
Ooh, that was so deep to me.
I'm going to be quiet. We got a woman in the house.
I mean, I can see some women that fall into that category. That would definitely be. I mean, at least 2 million or whatever. What's 68.2.
I like this chick, man.
Shout out to your boy Black
I like this
of the 2020 Podcast LLC.
68.2%.
68.2. And
shout out to Black,
bro. I've probably dated every fathom of woman.
You ever dated a white woman? Okay, you hadn't
Yeah,
dated
not
every
been-
fathom of a woman.
You ain't let me finish.
I didn't have to. You missed the.
No,
Like you missed the majority,
You
bro.
literally-
Majority of people
you
in this
literally
country
didn't let me
is
finish.
white.
Okay, when you done, I'm gonna go.
No, the
me when you
majority
done.
of women in this country is white.
Tell me when you done.
I'm done, bro.
Okay.
You said
Now
you
can I
dated.
go?
Now I'm sure you can do what you want to do.
I've dated
This is your world I'm living in.
pretty much every facet of black woman.
You didn't say that at first.
I ain't get to it.
Nah,
He was killing me.
No, you was there.
He wasn't
You
going
was
there.
there. You just didn't
No,
get
he
it.
was killing. He killed me in
Was
front.
he going there?
I can't say.
Yeah, that's what I was going to. I swear
He
to God,
said- he said
because I
every-
always
he said
joke
every-
with my own
he said
lady.
I've
woman.
dated
He did
every
say
facet
every
of
facet
woman.
woman, but he did inhale like
Yeah.
he was going to correct what he
Yeah,
was gonna
because
say.
this is going to be an argument
But
when I
I
get
can't
home.
tell you what he was going to
You
say.
know what? You
Yeah.
probably more like him than I thought.
I love her.
I
But
mean,
no.
I can't tell
I
you
was
what
going.
you was
I swear
gonna
to
say.
listen. You know, I'm play by God. I promise God I was going there, but I knew it was an argument because this is an argument I have at home all the time. This is an argument I have all the time. It's a joke, and I literally swear, black women, it's a joke. It's a joke. But I always joke with my old lady like, yeah, I'm getting ready. I'm getting me a white girl. They appreciate me. I can't do enough to satisfy you. That was a joke. That's why I had to be cautious and take that breath before I said it.
White
And when I
women
say
get-
that is,
Get divorces and broken up too.
I ain't never dated a white woman. I don't know. That's a joke. I only ever just hit them. I ain't never dated one. You know what I mean? But when I say every facet of black women, I was fascinated by hood rats. Oh, I love them. I got a little older. That grew off of me. But I love them. Big booty
sure?
project chicks, yeah. I couldn't get enough of them. I did that for a long time. Now they make my stomach. They fuck my stomach now. Like I'm hood rat. Hold on, I'm saying I'm hood rat tolerant. Hey, that's like
Intolerant.
intolerant. Yeah.
Intolerant.
Every time I see them, they make me poop.
Oh my God. He said he was right intolerant.
And he's so
I'm
tickled.
so
He is
serious.
so tickled.
I couldn't get enough of them. I couldn't get enough of them.
Man,
I could. They were simple minded and fine as hell. So I mean, that fit my caliber at that time. You know what I mean? But I've dated every facet from the hood rat with nothing to baby fat models. What model? Just one. You know, I've dated everything in between. And my baby mama died.
I know.
Okay.
I was giving you the doctor.
The next thing, go to commercial.
You be killing me with that. But, bro.
Oh my God.
Oh,
I wasn't ready.
With no disrespect. But this could be a good topic. That's why I had to bring it up. It's hard to please my sister.
Your sister?
It's hard, man.
Talking about Tot?
I'm serious, bro.
Talking about Tot?
I'm talking about my black queens. And I said
Oh,
that to put,
okay.
to
No,
put,
I
to
said
put icing.
said sister,
Hey, look, to
and I'm
put
thinking
icing on, to put icing
I
on the
was
cake.
like, is
I had
this
to
what
say,
the South is saying? Or
I don't know.
I was trying to get clarity, bro.
I see how that. I see in my periphery. Both of us was like, wait a damn. What?
And I asked him. I asked him by name. I was like, "You talking about Tot?" And he just kept talking like.
hey, because this is more serious than me, and I got to deal with this.
No,
over and
bro,
over
but you
again
don't
in
understand
life.
what you sounded like just then.
I don't care.
No, you should. It sound like
So
it's
you
hard.
saying
It
no
sounded
matter
like
incest. That's what
what
it
it
sounded like.
sounded like
type of
incest. Bro, it
woman
sound-
Let me explain
you
to
can't please
Let me
them,
explain
and
to you
you've
something.
dated every type of black
The
woman.
one thing
And
he
you
gonna-
decide to
he
try
gonna,
your
he gonna
sister.
listen. He gonna tell you something about me that you may not know. He gonna tell you something. He gonna tell you something about me that you may not know.
It got real Alabama,
He don't even know that he said it. He still lost.
Oh no, I know exactly what you're saying.
No, bro, like, nigga, we trying to clear you, and you.
me.
No, you need to clear it.
No, I don't.
He said, "Nigga, I can't please my sister." I was like, "Tot," and you kept going.
I don't gotta clean nothing. That's why I'm
I
finna go
tried to
next.
steer it this way. You
I'm
trying to
saying-
go we in the water. I hope you can swim.
You ain't never gotta
I
clean
can't
my
save us
house.
all.
Before I let nigga clean my house, I burn the house up.
That was the
Explain to you what
best
I'm
lane
saying.
keeping since I
No,
ever seen
just
in my
your
life.
black queens, bro. You said your
I
sister.
know exactly what I said. Said my sisters.
No, you said your sister.
Sister.
You did not put. You left the S
Singular.
off.
He
Well,
said,
and
you
that's
know
why
what
I
the fuck he
said-
I didn't want to sound like a player.
Well, I had to ask
Now,
because
when I mention that, I say because I don't give a damn what a person think or misinterpreted me. I done had AIDS 3 times and then been gay folk.
I asked this nigga by name.
And I ain't gave a fuck damn one of them.
Jesus, bro, we losing listeners, bro, because you wouldn't clean up your statement.
Hey, but when I say that, I've been that perfect guy. I've been the bad guy.
And he refuses.
I've been the money guy. I've been the right father. I've done it all. And it's still, to this day, wasn't enough. I don't know. I'm lost.
I can't even argue with you on what you mean, not what you said. On what he mean, I can't argue with him. But
So-
what he said, I can. 'Cause this ain't.
Were you these guys in one relationship, or were you just changing yourself to alter for the new relationship?
All
Like, this
the
didn't work,
above.
so let me try this. This didn't work, so let me
All-
try this.
literally all the
Because
above.
I mean, everybody ain't the same. Everybody don't like the same thing. So for you to
Facts.
be the money guy in this relationship, but then you go to a relationship where she's the money girl, but you're not the money guy,
I won't let
and
that
you've
once.
and
She in
you've
prison
turned it
for
to this
life.
guy to try to compensate for what happened with the last relationship. I feel like that's bogus. If you're not authentically you, I feel like I said that on the 2020 podcast LLC. Please say the LLC. When we were on the live though, that it was Black asked, "What is it that you need from a man?" He asked both the males and the females, "What do you need from a man?" One thing that you need from a man to make the relationship work. And he asked the males, I think he asked y'all first, what do you need from a woman to make the relationship work? And my response was, I just need you to be authentically you. I don't need you to try to be this person, this person, this person, this person. I need you to be you. you as a whole. Know yourself so that I'm going to know myself and we can know each other. Where you fall short, I'm going to pick it up. Where I fall short, you're going to pick it up. If I'm wrong in this, I got to apologize for that. If you wrong in this, you got to apologize for that. We got to come one and one. If you come into a relationship trying to be something that you're not, because of something happened, that's ridiculous. You're going to forever be trying to change yourself to fit this mold when you can just be your goddamn self in the beginning and get what's for you.
Oh, I got a rebuttal.
What?
You can't handle myself.
You can't handle yourself.
You can't handle myself, and 95% can't handle ourselves.
What is yourselves that can't be handled?
Hey,
can I get some support in here, man?
Because
I mean, y'all ain't
first of all, everybody ain't for you. So you giving yourself to everybody ain't gonna work. You have to find the piece that fits.
First
for you.
off, you talk to the
but
wrong
you
guy.
Being
you can't mix that up. You can't mix that up.
You can't mess that up. Thank you, Dream. Hey, we back on the same page.
Go ahead.
Outside of the sister fucking, we back on the same page. So,
this man, why?
Can't mix that up.
So listen, but you just got married, so you found it, right? But the thing is that, and you may be found it. I may be wrong. I asked for men help and you didn't move, so I feel like you.
No, because I was lost in this. I was lost from what you was trying to say, from what she was saying.
I'm saying that like our authentic self, sometimes our thought process is not understood by most women.
Okay, so with that, I will agree. However, I think that if you know how to communicate with your woman, she'll understand.
And with that being said, I could be completely wrong. It's finna get real. She pointed at me so hard, and I knew my response was gonna invoke a response out of her, and I don't even know if I'm ready right now.
I'm gonna say this. Let me say this.
But
knowing who I am and being able to authentically become that person without remorse and without fear of being misinterpreted, because I know I had to learn how to communicate. Mm-hmm. Becoming authentically me made my relationship stronger.
And you watched me crash, burn, run around on fire like I was Ricky Bobby and tidy whities and come back. You watched that in real time.
I did.
So you know that I can communicate.
I do.
But with that being said, like, I think it depends on the person, like how your thoughts is. I'm not going.
I'm finna go there, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm going there. And if one of these summer bitches disagree with
Mello,
me,
what's happening, player?
They better know how to fight. Miss K,
I'm listening.
you would never meet a nigga that more comfortable being him than me.
That's a fact. It's ridiculous how he is. He should be uncomfortable.
Those were your words. You said, I was this guy, I was this guy, I was this guy, I was this guy. You had a whole list of categories of what you tapped into.
I never got to finish the cachet.
Remember
okay, cachet.
When I told you that he said we had to let him finish, he just did.
You gotta let me finish.
He started.
When I tell you, I look you right in your face and tell you that shit is horrible.
Same thing. He gave me a half statement and let you talk and say he finished.
A woman can come up to me, I'm dating, and be like, what you think about this? That shit look horrid. You need to throw it away and burn it. Don't ever put that on again. That's how I talk to people.
Okay.
That's because I'm just truthful.
But that's not for everybody.
I agree. No, I'm not saying what it's about. You said authentically being you.
Yes.
I the best version of me I could ever be.
My point of that is if you and them they can tell this ain't gonna work for me. Oh nah, this is you're not wasting each other's time.
See,
it's my thing. You already know what it is that's coming to the table. Okay, you like kids? No. Okay. Oh, that's gonna. People try to force people to be something that they want them to be because they think it looks good, or this this person I want to be. If I can just change them, and you don't have that authority to change nobody. So why not come in authentically you, not trying to change nobody, but seeing if the puzzle pieces fit, and if they don't fit, go your separate fucking ways.
I
if
totally
they do,
agree with you, but you said that to me.
But you said
you had to send it to another human
because you said I was the money guy, this guy, the broke guy, this guy, as if you put on different personas. And I asked you, were you this person across the same in every relationship, or were you changing? And you said I was both, as in you were that person throughout all the relationships, trying to change up to be what they need, what you felt like was going to meet their needs.
I didn't say both.
And
I was
you
all
said
the above.
I only gave you two scenarios.
I'm gonna give you an example. You say you married, right?
I am.
You love that guy.
I do.
What is his highest qualities? Just give me 3 though.
He's authentically him.
Just one.
You said that's just one?
Yeah. What's the other 2 things that he do that you don't want to have to try to ever replace with no other man?
He's him. And that encapsulates everything that I need in a man. You want me to break him down like it's just this or that. No, it's the him for me in all aspects of it. It's the way that he loves me. It's the way that he showed me how to love myself. It's the way that he picked me up when we were down. It's the way that we were down together and we didn't try to flee. It's the way that we didn't have to bring nobody into our relationship for us because we were us for us. It's the way that he loves my babies. It's the way that he's the only nigga that ever impregnated me to give me babies. It's the way that he's there for my daughters. He's raising girls. You can relate to that. It's the way that he reminds me that in one breath, I didn't have my father, but gives me hope that my babies never have to go through what I went through. He gives me future. He gives me present every day as in gift. And every breath that he gives me, every look that he gives me, that is life right there. I live for him. He lives for me. So what you mean?
Well, first
Wait. We're gonna get some applause for that. We're gonna get some applause for that.
And all for me.
Listen, double applause.
So no, you ain't dated every facet of black woman because you ain't came across a black woman that loves her man like I love mine. So no, you have not. So I wanted to correct you on that as well.
One more.
Because you ain't came across a K.
One more. That's a family cake.
I like all that.
Like, I think I used 3 applause. Like, no, listen.
Have you not heard my love poems? Like, I write them shits with my fucking heart in my pen. That's where it is. Because it's the hemp for me all the way. And hopefully you'll find somebody to feel the same way for you. But I can't speak for these other women. But I can say that.
What will you do for him?
Everything. This man, wow. I feel like it's a trap every time I reach over there.
And it is.
But no, really. And even days, nothing. Well, I feel like perfection does not exist. It's a fairy tale.
That's a truth.
It is
like,
a fairy tale.
Real spill. But for us, what we have is perfect for us. It works for us.
See,
because we fit with one another.
See, it ain't about being perfect. It's about striving to be.
I'm with that.
You feel me?
We come into it being the best version of ourselves every time, and if we fall short, we correcting it. You know, so even if we have the battles, we have debates or sparring matches about things because we both have. He's a Taurus. We have strong personalities. You know what I mean? That fire, that earth. What is happening?
See, it ain't about coming into
you know what I mean?
See,
but we come to we also communicate to comprehend and to understand one another so that we can understand each other on the deepest level that we can. You know what I mean? Like, it's times he ain't even got to say nothing. I can go ahead and know what you're thinking already. I can go ahead and know what you're doing. Like, the other day, literally, he opened his mouth to say something. I said what he was about to say, and he was like, well, goddamn, shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it threw him off a little bit, but that's how I think that's us.
You have to be willing to be open enough to embrace your partner at that level.
I've never met your husband.
Yeah.
I've never met your husband, but I've met you. Mm-hmm. And the way you speak about your husband, the way you confident in your life, I know that it's something that's beautiful that is rare to see.
Absolutely.
I also seen that in Eternity's relationship. Mm-hmm. Like, seeing that in Eternity's relationship, like, in my lifetime, it's very few that I've seen those unbreakable relationships where, yes, hard times do happen, but we both strive for betterness.
Let me say why it's different from my relationship and his relationship. I was married before. Bet you didn't know that.
I don't have
and he had children and I didn't. and we both came into the marriage with none.
I mean, and that's not what I meant.
Real fucking rough, right?
That's not what I meant by that.
I know, but
I meant the care and concern.
But let me tell you about them. So that was like my learning experience. You know what I mean? And ultimately me living for somebody else, because really I didn't even want to be married. In hindsight, I didn't even want to do this yet. It was just because you told me this is gonna be great, and this, my mama is I'm a PK too, so my mama is a preaching woman. You get don't be like me, be like this be like this. You know what I mean? So
I didn't see it.
Don't worry about it.
I didn't see it though.
She said, "Don't worry about it."
I mean, shoot, this is the cover that you get. Don't judge me by the chapter you walked in on.
Hey, 100% big facts.
I'm not reaching up there no more.
Give me another.
I'm not.
No more. The man one.
I'm not doing it.
Big facts. I'm not. That was
that's one of my favorite
But you're
quotes.
not the average PK.
She said, "Don't judge."
I might be the average PK because the rebel in my heart is huge. You don't know that. I'm definitely a Sag. If you're a chart reader, I have Sag in my chart 6 times. I am a Sag. You know what I'm right. You know what I mean?
I'm not a chart reader. I don't even know what it means.
Though.
I don't even know what it means. That's what you understand.
That's
so you gotta
so my brother.
No one knows what
my
it
brother
means,
has.
It's provocative. It gets the people going.
My brother actually has a zodiac based podcast that he does. It's on YouTube. You can find it by Rise Acenova. ACEONOVA, and he'll go down the traits and tell you what's what and why these two people don't match or why these two people do match. Oh, it's a Sag woman and it's a Aries man, why they will work, why they don't work. But he goes through, and you can go through all of his episodes. He's gone viral a couple of times.
So
multiple
can I ask
videos.
you something?
Yeah.
So do you think it's signs that absolutely don't work with other signs?
I don't feel like that per se. And once again, like I just talked about, it's deeper than just what you are. If you get into zodiac reading, I really don't have time to talk about this all night.
I don't want you to go into detail. You obviously yes or no question.
But there's more than just because there's more than just your top sign. You have a whole chart.
Right, I do know that.
So it's really everything, and it's not saying that it wouldn't work. It's just saying where it would be turbulent.
Yeah.
Correct.
And how hard are you willing to make
exactly.
it
Yeah.
work?
So really, you can make.
Nigga, I didn't walk.
If 2 people are willing, you can make anything work.
Fact.
That doesn't mean that there's not going to be some toxicity in it, or things that are going to happen. But if you trying this hard to make it work,
that's all
I can't judge what you're going through. But I know in my first marriage that was not what was for me, because that's not how it was supposed to be at all. And I'm not even just referring to the children. I'm referring to the relationship as a whole and the way it was set up and the way it was. I knew that wasn't for me and that I had to get out of that. And it was just confirmation. When you don't learn your lessons, you get caught in a loop. So you keep having to learn the same lesson over and over again. And I wasn't doing that. I was in that marriage 6 years, and that loop was ridiculous. And every time the loop comes back, it comes back with more venom in it, more darkness in it, more shadows in it. And so until you learn it, you keep going through it, keep going through it, keep going through it. So I had to learn that as a lesson. And then in the parts of me that I didn't know I needed to learn a lesson with, I learned in a relationship following that. And still me trying to please other people and living for them as opposed to live for myself. So that was another part to the lesson that I do have to give credit to. And so I said all that to say this. When I came into the relationship of Marcus, my husband, I was already this K. Mm-hmm. So I already knew what I wanted. I already knew this. I already knew that. And he had been in a long relationship too. So when we came together, it was just no bullshit. Like we was in it. You know what I'm saying? I brought them up because that's not what happened in their situation. They grew together to learn each other. You know what I mean? Like they was babies when they first, so they kind of grew up together. Well, her more so than who crater on her, but they were babies when but definite babies in the maturity aspect of it.
Laughing.
So they had to learn lessons together. They had to do it together. So I feel like it's a whole different foundation for their relationship, but yet the same strength in it. And I think that that's absolutely beautiful. But I think that it's a different perspective that way, because we came together in our adult life. They grew up into their adult life to now be married, but they dated for like 12 years. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that was a lot of learning time that they had back and forth and not listening to other people. And I was listening to other people, hence me being married the first time. He did not, and he did it in his own time. And there were sacrifices that had to be made in doing that. But ultimately, I know that he feels definitely in people not being able to, you know, the time, you know.
There was a point in time. There was a point in time.
Hold on.
There was a point in time where I didn't know how to love myself properly. And if I can't love myself properly, there's no way I can love her. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's what it boiled down to. There was a lot of immaturity and there was a lot of growing up that I personally had to do. And it's no secret that women always mature faster than men do. I was just kind of stuck in this loop. I got stuck in this cycle. And it wasn't until, like I said, I learned who I really was. I became authentically me that came together. So no, I absolutely do agree. It's even wilder because yeah, we dated forever, but as somebody who also worked in the jewelry business for 5 years, I saw so many young couples come get engaged. 6 months later, they trying to bring rings back. They breaking up. They, you know, X, Y, and Z, and there's nothing you can do about it. You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of like, whoa.
I've returned a ring.
You know what I'm saying? Like that shit happened.
I would never marry.
You know what I'm saying? Like that shit happened. So it's kind of one of them things where it's like, all right, well, but at the same time, it's just kind of like, I was talking to this older woman who was just so happened to be with a friend, and she was like, it's about time. And my friend was, hey, man, it's about time you go ahead and marry that woman, blah 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 blah. And the older woman said, how long y'all been together? And this is right after we got engaged. So this is right at the 10-year mark. I was like, 10 years. She say, and I guarantee you that the hardest times y'all have ever faced are already past y'all. Because in 10 years, if y'all are still together after all the foolishness that both of y'all have done, or, you know, or probably have done, at this point, y'all past the hard stuff. Y'all know how to communicate. Y'all know how to work stuff out. I guarantee you, y'all will work way better now than y'all would have 5-6 years ago. And that's true. I feel like if I got married 5-6 years ago, I probably wouldn't be married now. And I said I was only getting married once. So,
and I'm the same. I'm a subscriber as well. But now I want to move to Dream because like Dream is the only dude I have to moderate. I only moderate every so often. But you got a big voice, and like you're a drowning voice. I had to cut you off then. I do apologize.
I don't know what I'm finna say now.
And that's fine.
I will say I totally agree with you. And that's the only reason why I've not been engaged and or married ever. I've turned down more engagements. That sounds funny. It's the truth though. I've been engaged. I've been proposed to a lot of times.
So,
but
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I truly only want to be married once.
See what I just did? That was courtesy. What I just gave you.
Yeah.
This man, wow.
I need you to learn that.
This man is wow.
So, no.
I'm only gonna be truthful.
So, no. One thing you don't know about me and him is like this. My brother to the end. Mm-hmm. Like, if I got to jump in front of a bullet for him, I will. And he old as hell. He's 63 years old. I would jump in front.
Every time you
I was just about to say, damn, you aged quite a minute.
Yeah, like listen, I'm 34.
You're gonna be 75 when you say
I'm 34, but I would jump in front of a bullet for this 63-year-old man, right? This is my brother. But at the same time,
although he did say he was gonna be dead by the time we got to episode 67. We were at 112. He about double that shit almost.
Wow.
He won't let me go home.
I won't. I can't let you go, bro. You my dog, bro. I love you to death, man. You feel me? I love him to death. But I do have to keep him in order. One thing for sure, like he requires checking. He requires the check mark, right? He's a box. He is a habitual line stepper. You have to check him.
Oh.
But what I was finna say outside of that is that like what made me ask you those questions because I'm not a zodiac guy, right? I'm not. Mm-hmm. I'm a Pisces. Mm-hmm. Oh, I used to be a Pisces. I think that shit just changed.
No, we don't go by that shit.
Oh, we don't go by that?
No.
Okay. So I'm a Pisces. I was born on February 29th, if you know the significance of that day. But
he's 7.
I don't know. Right. No, I'm 8. Get your math together. Get your math together.
You turn 8 though, nigga.
So? What that got to do with anything?
Big ass
So, so, the woman that I've been involved with is a Capricorn, and no, she's a January 17th Capricorn. Yeah, and I mean, we've got, ironically, I think we got more years than Buck in the Day. We've probably had 3 times the troubles as well, though. It's kind of probably prevalent for our signs. I don't know what that means, but I do know for sure that this is. I don't like that look, that side eye you just gave, but I don't like it.
Who's to say? That's all I'm saying.
Who's to say, right?
Who's to say?
But I can tell you for sure that, you know, like, I know where my heart is. You know what I mean? Like, I know how the man I am. Like, I do I have the opportunity to cheat? Yeah. Light skin and light eyes. I can do this shit if I wanted to. You hear me? Light skin and light eyes. It's just a winning combination.
He said it's a winning combination.
It's a winning combination.
Now y'all talk about me.
Give me some,
That's
Buck.
that light skin shit.
Give me some, Buck. It's a winning combination. Light
I
skin and
lost
light
all my
eyes,
hair,
man.
so I can't even.
Long hair. Full.
Said bald heads are in, but bald heads and beards.
Bald heads and beards are in. But
That just
long
happened to
hair
work in
is
my
way
favor.
more rare. You see a lot more bald head guys than you see long hair guys, right? But with that being said, nevertheless.
Type yourself.
Yeah,
He gave himself flowers.
Right.
Yeah, I'm giving myself my flowers right now. Which is probably the most
This
broken.
man his very own infomercial.
Probably the most
Skin, light eyes, long hair is rare. You got slogans, nigga.
Probably the most broken man in the room, though. I'm like dead ass. Probably the most broken man in the room, right? Like I wish I had a fraction of the confidence Dream had. Dream has probably the most confidence in the room.
Facts.
Dream got a lot of don't give a fuck.
He has more don't give a fuck than the planet. Like if you combine everybody's don't give a fuck on the planet, it's still a little bit less than Dream. Like if you wanted to talk about a solar system and like planets equalize the size of don't give a fuck, he's the sun or Jupiter, whichever one's bigger. I don't remember, but yeah, he's that guy. But nah, like I know, right? I feel it. I know. Oh, and it's hard times ensued because I fucked up a lot along the way. You know what I'm saying? I did. Everybody in this room know the stories except you. I fucked up a lot along the way, but I know.
I can imagine.
Oh, you have no idea. But I screwed up a lot. You know what I'm saying? But like I don't have I feel like the pain that I go through now is like it's kind of light compared to what you did. And which can I seen the way you look, you feel like it could be dangerous. I've inflicted.
If you reap it, you shall sow it.
That's bleed that, and if not, your daughter will. So.
Yeah, you ain't got kids.
True story, but I will. Hey, look, let me tell you something. My mama want a grandbaby, and if I can't get somebody I love for baby. Anyway, moving on. I had a moment, but like you old and it threw it off. She want to too. I see it. Yeah, do it.
I don't be trying to, shake no shit up.
I know.
I be just trying
I'm
to
a
be
shit
peaceful.
shaker.
I'm a listener.
So you said y'all had this break and y'all got back together, and under what terms? Of you being a better man, a better spouse? If
No,
you
not definitely not those terms. Under circumstance.
It's conditional. That's the thing
And-
about being.
How long ago was the break?
2020. I'm at about mid 21.
Oh,
Yeah.
y'all don't live together,
No, we did at one point.
and then the break happened, and y'all now live separate, and y'all are dating each other to.
Exactly. Oh, nothing immediate. Don't get it.
No, I'm just saying y'all are dating each other to get back and to make sure that y'all are. This is what you want, or are you dating each other to kind of get to know each other on a deeper level, or what?
to make sure that this is what we want, to make sure we know each other on a deep level, to make sure that we are, just make sure the love is there as a whole. We listen to you giving us blank out right now.
Because, I don't know the other party. So
You
I
don't.
can only speak on, from what you're saying. And so, one thing you don't know about me, that's what you'll say. One thing you don't know about me is
That is definitely my
I know.
Because it's a lot you don't
can
know
hit
about
me
me.
with it. Pow,
Yeah.
pow.
It's a lot you don't know about me.
I try to look at the situation from all angles. I try to see the full picture. I guess that's why I'm a photographer. I like to see everything.
Yeah,
I like
the
to
bigger picture.
Zoom in and look at you. And
Yeah,
okay,
it's always about the
so
bigger
that's just
picture.
what I'm doing, zooming in and looking at shit. Okay. Do you feel like she's your familiar?
No. Wait, what do you mean by that?
She's familiar for you.
Oh,
like
no.
when you think of
Comfortability?
certain,
No.
you're not comfortable.
No.
She's not comfortable for you.
No. And that's what's ironic. She's not comfortable.
So what is it that you look for in a wife, since you want to be married and have a family?
This woman, I don't know what the fuck he talking about.
No, I'm not comfortable though. Have I told you I was comfortable? You've heard me express my uncomfortability on several occasions.
What are you uncomfortable
the
about?
circumstances that y'all are in now. But you love everything about that woman.
But are you
No, I
comfortable
don't
with
love
her?
everything about that woman. I've told you this on several occasions, bro. You're supposed to be
You
my
still
dog.
talking about circumstances now.
No. It's stuff about her I didn't love before, and it's stuff about her I don't love now. But as a person, I do love her. Yes.
That's so complex.
Bro, love is
gave me
complex, is it
angry.
not?
It ain't gotta be.
You ain't, nigga, you is 69 and a half and you ain't married. How the hell can you tell me that 69
Watch this,
I
watch
said a half, but he probably
Watch this.
3/4 at this point.
Keep going. And I ain't what?
Ain't married.
Exactly.
But Dream, you got the most amount of
What
fucking
is it
on the
that you're
planet.
not comfortable with?
Huh?
What aren't you comfortable
Well,
with?
first off, you, like I told you before, what's my slogan? It's a lot you don't know about me, right? It's a lot that my viewers will never know about me. Now I won't talk about on live because you don't need to know me on that level.
So you're not going to answer that question?
Nah. We had that conversation off camera, as me and Attorney have, as me and Dream have as well. But no, I wouldn't answer my uncomfortabilities on camera. And
I would assume that you would have not gone into detail, but you would have just named the more broad aspect. But I see
ain't no such thing as broad.
I see. I see they're very specific things.
Yeah, it's very specific.
Are they specific to her or specific to women in general?
To her.
Very interesting.
Boy, that was some. I like to jumped over there and gave you another one of them.
He's sitting
Yeah,
there.
so,
wow.
no, that was the right question to ask, because that's the question I would answer. That was the question I would answer.
Funny.
But
that's
Eternity
real.
knows more
That's
about
deeper than
my
you think.
situation. I mean, these two guys. I just met you recently, and I think your mind, your thought process, and your view is worthy of my time. Which is not saying that I'm more worthy. I mean, it's people out there that's less worthy than me, but everybody don't need to talk to everybody. That's just the reality of the world. I care enough about your thought process that I want to hear it. But it's some
But
stuff
you're not
that
going to do it online.
it's some stuff that
I
my
understand.
people
I got
don't
the
even know
answer to
about
my
me.
question, though.
Yeah, it's some people.
I just had to find another way to ask the question.
You did?
As opposed to you having to get specific
I
and
wouldn't
air
go
out
get
all your
specifics.
laundry.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, it's never gonna happen. You can get my opinion about Chris Brown album anytime you want. You're just not gonna get my opinion about.
Are you still finding new things about her in this dating situation that you're in now?
No.
You're not finding new things with her. You just know her now. You know
No.
everything.
You never know. I don't think you. Well, I think you do know a person, but I don't think that I'm finding new stuff. I think is I broken. So this is one of the, and this is gonna rock you because you're gonna look at like the problem is elsewhere, but it's true. I broke trust. Not once. I'm a habitual line stepper. I
could tell by the way you was like light skin, light eyes, long hair is rare. I could tell. You didn't even have to say that.
No. So first off, what you don't understand is I was geek my entire life until like 11th grade.
I feel that on a personal level.
I became
ROTC 4 years, like
I became
sports trainer 4 years.
They realized like, oh snap, Craig is a cool guy in 11th grade, and I was a cool guy until like I don't know 28, 29. I mean, and probably even to now, but like. The difference is, it's like I cared to be a cool guy till I was like 26, 28. I don't care to be a cool guy. I don't care what you think about me. I'm going to watch my anime and enjoy it by myself. I'm going to play all the video games I want. I'm going to build my simulators. I'm going to have all the tech gear in my house I want. I don't care how you feel about that. That's the switch in my life. Mm-hmm. It turned out, I know you cooking. I see it. I see the eye on the stove.
Y'all good, go ahead. Y'all good.
No, I seen your eye on the stove, bro. I see your eye got hot on the stove, bro. I feel like you got something for me, and I'm willing to hear it all. So one thing for sure is that I'm a sponge. Like I'll listen to anybody. Now, sometimes it's bone and not chicken, and if it's bone, I spit that out. If it's chicken, I listen to it. So I listen to anybody. Don't mean I take it in because sometimes good food ain't good food. Sometimes I get food poison. Yeah, I'm that. Believe that.
I think that I don't think there's anything wrong with comfort as long as you don't become complacent.
For sure.
Complacency will destroy you.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, big without question.
And I think that's where it becomes important to have effective communication skills. Mm-hmm. Period.
And communication skills is one-sided.
You think so?
I know so. I mean, because you don't know. You ain't having the conversations. But I can tell you the communication skills is one-sided.
I have no idea what the fuck that means, Greg.
No, she does. And he does. Both of them did. You just didn't understand.
Communication is one-sided?
No, the communication skills are one-sided. Meaning that one side has realized that communication skills is off and corrected it. Which, it's a learning process.
Are you having the same conversations, which is why you feel like the communication skills are one-sided? Or are you having different conversations and it's just not, it's the same way for every conversation?
Now you knew damn well when that came out your mouth, I wasn't answering it. Cause she like you know, like you tried though. You tried to wrap that shit up and put a bow on it. That shit don't work. Like you
I can only have the same conversation 2 or 3 times out.
And
after that,
bro, you Mr. Don't give a fuck though.
What made me ask that question, I'll just say this. Sometimes when we're communicating and it's the same conversation that happens over and over again, one party may have shut down because they feel like they've communicated that side and they don't have to keep going back to it. Right. And the way that if someone keeps asking on that, they feel like they're unheard, so they're just going to shut down on that. And that happens more often than not. And then the other person now is willing to communicate this way, and they're like, nigga, I've been trying to get you to do that, or Ron, I've been trying to get you to do that from the beginning, and it was not that. Hey, and now they don't want to talk about it no more.
I appreciate that. So
I'm just gonna say that like that.
You know why I appreciate that? Mm-hmm. I appreciate that because you didn't single out. I mean, you didn't single out a side.
Because you don't know. I wasn't gonna single out a side had you answered it. I wasn't gonna say whether it was on that or on that side. If you say that it wasn't like this, I mean, that was you saying what you said. But the question I asked was. I didn't ask per side.
I know it.
And I'm going to keep it neutral because I understand that's what you would like.
And all I said was I appreciate. All I said was I appreciate the fact that you didn't pick a side because it's so easy, and you're the anomaly, which is probably why I was like, I gotta have her on the show. I said that night, mid-show, I gotta have her on the show because you have the ability to see both sides. Because I can't say most is. What is the word?
But in most relationships, people aren't heard on both sides.
Yeah, and but I think it's
they're
about
biased toward this side or they're biased toward that side, right. Or what they feel what they compare to what happened in their own experiences. So they're like, they do be like that. Yup, that's how all of them are, and that's how you get the generalizing of men and women. But I don't appreciate generalizing in the first place. But there are groups of people that you have to single out. I feel that. So in a sense, you kind of have to still generalize. But don't put me in no goddamn box. I was never made for those.
No, well, I just wanted to tell you I appreciate it. I ain't want you to
already
think of anything. I just wanted to say, hey, I appreciate the fact that you open-minded enough to think of more than one side.
Yeah.
For sure. But no, like, I know I said it to you, like, it's a lot about you on me, It's going to be that for the rest of my life. I'm never going to tell anybody my whole life unless you know me.
And that's fine. Because for me, all I need is the bones to make the frame, and I can feel the meat in myself.
Sometimes you get that wrong.
Ish.
It may not be pinpoint, but the general area of it.
The picture gonna look a lot like the regular picture.
Right. And the only thing the details does is make it sharper.
I mean,
make the image sharper.
I like her too. That's why she's here. But what I mean by that is that you said ish and she said ish, and both y'all agreed. But I can tell you for sure that, bro, I am a hard skeleton to feel.
But I'm not trying to necessarily feel your skeleton.
I'm talking about you.
It's just looking at the whole situation, because a lot of times also you can see the situation this way and they can see the situation this way, and they're not the same situation in the middle. So it's in a sense your version is only true to you.
No, it just ain't talked about.
But you.
That's cooking. She cooking.
But look here.
But
here's the thing.
I'm not saying nothing.
But here's the thing. I said general.
Oh no, bruh. She's here because she cooked.
She cooking.
Bruh, she got her hand in the pot. Yeah. She don't even use the one spoon. She just stirred with her hand.
And I seasoned from the ancestors. What's
she
up?
Might be from Louisiana because she got some gumbo going on.
Bro, let me tell you, she got the gumbo file, bruh. She made the roux. She got it. That's why she here. I ain't said nothing. Y'all keep assuming that I keep referring back to myself. I just said that I don't want to talk.
Y'all should do like an open forum and let me mediate.
Huh? You said we should do an open forum and you
and your lady.
I'll do that.
Yeah, and
I don't know if she would.
Let me mediate.
I'll do that though.
Because
I know you still on my
feel like
relationship.
There's so many mazes and things that I have to go through to understand what's happening over here. And that's not even so, from the way that I understand people and I understand.
Oh, so you think you can just get me?
I'm not saying that I just read the fuck out of you. I'm just saying that I understand a lot more things than you're giving me credit for. Because just like I don't know you, you don't know me.
I don't.
And you don't know what my experiences have shown me. And you don't know what I've touched, what I've seen. None of that, right?
But let me tell you something I do feel.
I'm not saying that your situation is necessarily like another situation, but I do know enough
to understand the totality.
Yes.
And no, I respect that.
And I know there's things that you feel like are pertinent to, oh no, but it's this, like this. And they're not really, they just mean something to you because they're attached to your feelings and what you've gone through. But I have a pretty good idea
you have
of
a general
what's happening.
Idea.
Pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I give you that.
The details, I don't have those because I don't have that information. But
it's hard to make a truth off of half a lie.
And not knowing what her side is important.
Her side is super important. But this is what I mean.
But
No, this is what I'm saying.
Because I was about to air your business out. And let me not do that.
This is what I'm saying.
Because your face was gonna tell everything I needed to know. Let me not do you like that.
This is what I'm saying though.
Let me look over here.
This is what I'm saying though. Like, no, for sure. I felt your spirit from the moment I met you.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. You believe in energies, right?
Oh yeah.
I know you do. Mm-hmm. I ain't have to ask you that. I know you believe in energies. I felt your spirit from when I met you. Mm-hmm. My grandmother is 96 years old. Mm-hmm. I've been around spirits, right? Like warmth, power, knowledge, understanding, seeing. I get it. Mm-hmm. I get that. I feel it, right? Mm-hmm. I ain't have to guess who you were. I walked in the room. I said, hey, introduce me to people. I don't know who half the people is. I was waiting on who this person was because it's heavy.
I felt it when you walked in the room. You didn't even have to tell me that.
You felt mine. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's heavy.
I knew you didn't know who I was, and of all the people, I was the one that stood out.
Yeah, because I felt that.
Right.
I have a heavy one as well. It moves with me. It's just part of my.
But you don't listen to it. But that's another day.
That's another story for another day,
Uh-huh.
right? No, and I give you.
I ain't gonna read you on your own live now.
I give you that.
We'll wait till the cameras go off, and
I give you that. I give you that. I ain't gonna fight you. But I give you that. You're right. But I felt it. I walked in the room and I was like, "Oh snap! It's somebody here bigger than me," which is uncommon. I felt that. I asked Buck, attorney. I said, "Hey, who's in here?" Attorney started introducing people. Didn't care about anybody in between. It was this one heavy presence over here that when I walked in the room, I was like, "Hey, somebody else in here." I needed to know who this person was. It was you. I respect it. I know you see through me. I know you see through what I told you tonight was half of the truth. I know you see through all that. It ain't they business.
I know, and that's
So,
why I left.
with
That's
that
why
being
I said,
said-
I'm not gonna read you on your own show.
With that being said,
We'll wait for the
it
cameras
ain't
to go off,
their
and I left
business.
it alone.
Just know.
You ain't even have to explain all that. I pulled my hands out. Didn't I take my hands out?
I just had to let you know. Like, I don't need you to read me because you can. I need you to know that I know who you are. I see you.
Okay.
You may see me as well. Let me keep,
As long as it's understood.
let it keep being that way.
He has
And,
something to say. He been waiting.
Who, me?
He been shaking his knees and waiting to speak.
Oh no, I'm waiting on Buck to give us a quote.
Oh yeah, it's time.
He ready.
We are 200. We are 2 hours and 12 minutes in. This has been a phenomenal episode.
We will meet again, Miss K.
Indeed. I'll come on back. I live 4 minutes. Well, let me not tell my business.
Yeah, don't tell your business.
I think we can have some very elegant conversations.
Yeah.
So
Wait
like,
for you to do this sit down. You can do like a lover special.
no, we ain't gonna do a lot. That's a lie. You thought we was gonna do that on camera? I just told you people don't know my business.
You can do like an OnlyFans and people. Oh,
No, damn, you can't even pay for it.
OnlyFans for me. I'm the OnlyFans guy.
You can't even pay
I'm the
for
one with
it.
I'm the one with the hoochie.
Hey, no.
let me not do you like
Hey,
that.
look,
Yeah,
I'm the
okay,
OnlyFans.
Save that.
Bro, stop! I don't want to see you. You tapping me. I seen what you were doing the entire
I'm the
time.
OnlyFans guy.
I don't want to understand. I don't.
I'm the one with the hoochie
Wow.
shorts.
You see, he keep trying to pull his shorts up.
He's slapping his stuff.
Hoochie daddy shorts.
He is disappearing more and more as he
This
tap
man,
me.
wow.
I don't want to see that.
Daddy, baby, touch these thighs, Craig. Let me see
That's
that.
just these
Hey, bro, I
thighs.
promise you, I'm gonna put that fire on you tonight. I'm gonna put that fire on you tonight, bro.
That's short, baby.
Wasn't this the same dude that just said I'm waiting on him to give me a quote so we can get the football?
I want to.
That was
Who's
him.
that?
And then he
That's
turned
his
it back,
thighs,
right back
man.
He
up.
turned up.
Me and day one. Who's that shorts? You did see your boy.
And his, bro. Oh my god. Anyway, so
You get them tattoos on your thighs.
he did. That's the problem.
I say, what made you get them tattoos on your
They
thighs?
invisible ink. He did them invisible ink. You think you see
This was
tattoos?
a masterpiece. This
But
shit that hurt.
they can't hear you.
But
This was
He
a
did
bullshit.
push his mic
I did
all
that
the
when
way
I
He
was
pushed his
13.
mic all the way away.
bro, his tattoos. He did his tattoos in a lighter color ink than his leg,
Hey.
so people could see him.
That's jacked up. You got him all the way up here. Was you a stripper at one time in your
He
life?
was a stripper. Anyway, well, we gotta keep moving. We gotta get out of here.
That's the only people I
I don't know.
just say,
Shut
or
up.
MMA fighter or something like.
He did both. So, look, guys, shut up. Get off me. Hey, this has been the Southcast of the Same Eternity. It's going to bring us out, as usual, episode
I know they can't see it
212.
on camera because it's so dark.
Wait a damn minute. Wait a minute.
I'm trying to get us out of here.
Got you. If you think you are too small to be effective, you have never been in the dark with a mosquito. For episode 112, where the players dwell, we are out this
Let's go. Southcast on the Same, episode 112. Shout out.